And we're live.
Hi,
Woo!
everybody, and welcome to Chromatic Chimera. I'm Lucy, and I'll be your DM for this adventure. This is our very first session of my homebrew world, Elsewhere. With me, I have Alex, playing Gabriel Moonshadow, the Horizon Walker Ranger. Sam, playing Eglantine Penrose, Knowledge Cleric. My little brother, Harry, playing Giles Pippin Paddleopsicopolis, Arcane Trickster Rogue.
So good.
Chris, playing Bellinor Tarathiel. Did I get that right?
Close enough.
Okay. Ancestral Guardian Barbarian. And Megan, playing Lilavati Lagat, College of Whispers Bard. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Born.
I was
Do it.
born ready.
No, but I'll do it.
Okay. Sounds great. Welcome to the Riverside Inn and Tavern, Greenwater, on the continent of Azumayara. It is a fine, early summer day, the warmth of golden days sweeping across the countryside. The leaves have not yet started to turn. The sun is warm and bright over the surprisingly empty town. If everyone could make me a history check.
Oh boy, you're already having me roll?
Yeah,
Oh,
roll it
Yeah.
dice
Oh, right
oh,
in.
what is this?
All right, let's set the
Whoa.
tone, Dice. Let's set the tone.
Oh god, this is not gonna be a good campaign.
I can do it. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
That would be a 22. Yeah, I mean,
I rolled a 12.
That's a 9.
I got a 14.
You said history? I got a 23.
Shit, dude. Okay, I think everyone passed.
Whoa.
So, Greenwater is a small trade town on the tributary of the Arun River, less than a day's ride from the coast. Most of its business comes from merchants passing through, heading south to Selvani or north into the low hills and beyond. Even so, there should be more people here than there are. The streets are strangely empty and it's quiet. Most of the windows are dark. There is no gentle chatter or soft music coming from the tavern, and even though it's nearly time for dinner. So I believe Giles said he wanted to arrive first. Am I correct?
That is right.
All right. You want to describe your character real quick?
Yeah, sure. Well, Giles is an arcane trickster rogue. More specifically, he is a gnome arcane trickster rogue specializing in tinkering. He is missing an eye, and in place of it has a small silver sphere and a scar right down it. Red hair and goggles.
All right. So you arrive at the Riverside Inn and Tavern a little bit before 6, as per your request. And true to its name, the Riverside Inn and Tavern is a few hundred meters from the bank of the Arun tributary. It is a quaint 3-story Tudor building with a vaguely cobbled together air. The top floor seems to have been added later and hangs over the floors below. Some of the windows don't match, and the roof has patches of differently colored shingles. Brightly colored flowers bloom in neat clusters around the building and under the gleaming window. The heavy, curved wooden door hangs slightly open in its frame, a colorful wooden sign swinging above it. There is a massive iron lock on the door, though it isn't closed, and each of the windows has a heavy metal latch and a lattice of bars behind them. Those are all closed. When you enter, it's empty. The sconces and lanterns are lit, but there are only a handful of tables, and all of them are deserted. An older woman is seated behind the bar, frowning into the distance. She starts when you walk in. Upon registering she is a customer, she pastes on a thin smile and stands. Hello, my name is Alyssa, and who might you be?
The name's Giles Pippin Paddleopsicopolis. I'm looking for someone.
Ah, you're here. I've been expecting you. I have something for you. I was told not to tell you not to open it until all 5 of you are here. She reaches
There are
under the
more?
bar. Well, according to the note I received. She reaches under the bar, withdraws a scroll, and hands it to you.
Ah, yes. Words. I open it.
You don't wait? Okay.
Nope.
The note says in neat, elegant script, "Stay the night, Z," and nothing else.
This was useless. Thank you very much. And I sit down.
Okay. Well, is there anything else I can get you while you're here?
Ah, yes. Quiet.
Okay. All right. She gives you kind of an odd look, a little bit offended, and sits back down.
I might have gone too hard with the whole mean thing.
Who's arriving next?
I can.
All right, Lilavati. So same routine, cute Tudor style building, very empty. Except when you walk in, there is one single patron and a bartender staring at him in something that looks a lot like disgust.
I do want to ask, when you say that the town is like quiet, do you mean quiet as in shockingly few people or shockingly no people?
Like, no people. There's no one in the
ghost town?
streets. All of the doors are shut.
Do the houses seem to be in disrepair?
Nope, they all look perfectly fine.
Oh, well, this place is just very creepy. Wonderful. She will walk in. Hi, I'm supposed to be here, I think.
Yes, I believe you're with him over there. Best of luck to you, miss. Is there anything I can get you?
A drink, if you have it.
Of course. Would you like ale or cordial or water or...
Nice wine.
I can do that. And she disappears into the back for a few minutes and then returns with a goblet full of nice red wine. Set it down in front of you.
Can I put the scroll back together like I never opened it?
You can try. Make me a
Really?
dexterity check.
Okay, let me just
Classic.
figure out how technology... Nope, not at all.
No, sir. What did you roll? A 7.
7, yeah.
In trying to close it, you end up breaking off the wax seal, which, when you look at it, it's shimmering silver, and stamped into it is a stylized eye.
Okay, I don't know if... we'll talk about it in game. I say, did you, get an ominous note to come here? And I'm saying this to,
Yeah, do you want me to describe my character?
Oh, yes.
Please.
Okay. She is a half-elf woman. She has slightly pointy ears, ever so slightly. She has kind of middling gray, almost purpley skin. She has very pale, purple, violet eyes. What's the weather like today, Lucy? Is it cold out or is it warm out?
It's nice. It's early summer, and it feels like it.
Okay. She has a low-cut crop top with long translucent sleeves, mostly for decoration, and a long skirt that goes all the way down to the floor. It's a nice, dark, royal purple with gold trim around the edges. She has lots of piercings. Her nose is pierced, and there's a chain that goes back to her ear, and it continues up a few piercings on top of that, cuffs on top, etc. She doesn't have much by way of belongings on her. She doesn't look like she's super equipped to be out journeying, just like a small pack over her shoulder and the belt pouch. She's about a little under 5.5 feet tall. Looks young, maybe like mid-20s. She will go up to the gnome. Hi, she said I'm with you, apparently. Do you know anything about that?
This note, which was always open, I believe is for us. I also got an ominous note telling me to come here.
It seems very strange to me that you felt the need to specify that it was always open. Are you implying that she opened it?
No, it was, I got it, and it was open, and there was definitely not a seal on it. It's, pretty crazy. Yeah.
Okay, so if we are working together, I want to make it clear that you're starting off our working relationship by lying to me.
Well, hold on. It may have been slightly sealed, and I may have gotten instructions not to open it, and then it's possible I may have opened it still, but who can say?
So you're a liar who doesn't follow instructions, and when confronted with it, just digs deeper?
If you want to quantify it, then yes.
Okay, it's good to get a feel for your character right off the bat. My name is Lilavati. What is yours?
Giles Pippin Patalopsicopoulos.
Giles. I'll remember that. I'll just have a seat down here. And she will go sit at the end of the table.
Okay. Off to a great start, y'all.
Yep, I look away, slightly dejected.
Okay, I think Chris was up next.
Sure. So am
Describe
I there?
yourself.
Describe
Yeah.
myself? Okay. I am a tall, tan, brown, flowing hair barbarian who is an elf, but you can't really see the ears under the mane of brown hair he has. The most noticeable thing about him would probably be the teal interlocking lines of tattoos that go all the way around his body, all the way up to his neck, stopping at his face. He's started growing a beard, but he's pretty elven, so it's a little hard. He's kind of got the Chris vacation beard, if anyone's familiar. So he's working on that, just like I am. And I will walk in and I will spread out my arms in a fashion and say, "I am here."
Hi. I'm guessing you're with them.
Well, I thought this would be a little bit more of a party, but I guess I am with
Wow.
them.
Afraid it's been pretty empty around here these
Yeah.
days.
Two people don't make a party, I'm sorry. I want you...
Well, three
Yeah.
just might. I'll have an ale.
You got it. She turns around, fills you a generous tankard, and passes it over to you.
Okay, I'll sit down between the other two. So what's your stories, friends?
Well, I'm Giles.
Hello, I am Bellinor. I notice I did not introduce myself. I have a habit of doing that.
Eleanor, very good to meet you. My name is Lilavati. Giles, why don't you tell him about the note you got that definitely wasn't open?
Well, if this just gonna be the whole thing, then yes, I got a note. I may have opened it, and it may have contained some certain words indicating that we would have to spend an extended period of time together, which is seeming increasingly unappealing.
That is fine. I get a good vibe here. I like both of you.
You are a bad judge of character.
That's. I've also been said that. Yes. Well, I'm impatient myself. I don't blame him for opening up the letter. I probably would have done the same if I was in his boots.
Yeah, could we take a look at that, Giles?
I hand it over.
It
It
says something
is-
about staying the night, right, Lucy?
It just says "Stay the night," signed Z, and it is in every single way except now the missing seal, completely identical to the last note you received, save for the words on it.
I will shrug and hand it over to my Tarzan elf friend.
Tarzan elf, trademarked. I will stab it to the counter with a knife. And I will say, well, it will stay there until, in case more friends arrive, so I don't lose it. I have a habit of losing things as well.
Oh, that's good to know.
And it's
Seemed
at this
excessive.
moment that Gabriel and Eglantine arrive. Alex, why don't you
After you.
describe yourself first?
Oh, I was gonna say after you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Eglantine is absolutely gonna insist on going in first.
right.
Maybe staring accusingly at him if he doesn't hold the door open for her.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
I glare at him pointedly and march in and drop the door behind me as I go too. And I will make my way up to the bar. You see a relatively short, about 5'2" or so, girl. Or a young woman. She's in her late teens. She has long blonde, rather than hair, it's long feathers, with this very fine, well-made, pale blue, long gown on. And she's got big brown golden eyes that look even bigger because they're behind these giant golden framed glasses that like magnify them. And she's got very nice scale mail on that looks like it's probably not really like ever been used. And she's got a big shield on her back, and a bag that is clearly just full of books and scrolls and quills and stuff. And I'll just sort of start lugging it over to the bar. And be like, hi, could I bother you maybe perhaps for a glass of wine? That would be lovely, thank you.
Okay, miss. Sir, anything I can get for you?
So trailing behind the very preppy, very excited young woman is about 6'3". He's kind of lean, but it's hard to tell because he's wearing beat up scale armor and a very large dark green cloak. He has a hood pulled up over his head, and he wears a metallic mask that sports etchings in various runes and patterns. He's kind of like one arm over the shoulder carrying like a round shield that has like a moon on it, and also like a sword and a scabbard. And he steps forward. Yeah, I'll just have the ale.
All right, just give me a moment. She turns and gets you drinks and hands them to you. I'm guessing you're the last two members of this odd group here.
Last two members of what group?
I don't know. I received a note sealed by a seer, so I just did what she said. I was told there'd be 5 people here today at 6, and here you are, so...
Oh, fuck. What am I getting myself into this time?
Oh. What note? There was a note?
I gave it to him. And she nods at Giles.
I point at the table.
Oh, okay. I'll take my glass and go, oh, I'm sorry, could I trouble for a clean glass?
Oh, just drink out of it.
I just sort
Gods.
of pout and go, well, it's fine. And I, like, sniff and go, I don't drink out of it, though.
I'll scan over the table that everyone's sitting at, and then do like one of those double takes towards Lilavati. Is that how you say it?
Lilavati.
Lilavati. It's very fancy. And Gabriel tilt the head a little, the inquisitive head tilt. Lilavati. Is that
Gabriel?
you?
I believe it is. What are you doing here?
Well, I am unfortunately sworn to follow that one. Gives like a really disgruntled, very begrudging look towards Eggleston.
It's hard to imagine you being sworn to. We should catch up.
Yeah, we should. I hope you've been faring well.
I always fare well. If this note's to be believed, I think we'll be spending the night here in this creepy empty tavern, so we'll have some time for stories.
Oh, yes.
What note is this exactly?
I try to pull the dagger out of the table, but I can't lift it.
I'm gonna
I get
I'll
it.
walk over and just
Oh, if I take a look at it, did it have a seal that is now like totally gone, or is there a seal
Yes.
I can look at?
I believe Giles has the seal.
If you ask for it, then I give it to you.
Yeah, was there, you know, a sigil or, you know, anything on here
I hold it out and look down defeated.
maybe? Oh, what does it look like? Is it a sign that I would recognize maybe?
Yes, it is the Eye of Emriel.
Emriel, what do I know about that? Should I roll a thing?
No, you would just know this. She's a goddess of scrying, the lady of prophecy, wisdom, and learning. Those
Oh.
who have gifts of seeing the future often attribute their gifts to her.
Okay, well, I guess this actually seems pretty reasonable then. Okay, how long ago did you all get here? Have you been here for a long time?
Too long.
Oh, I've been here for about here, and I'll point at my beer mug.
Oh, Okay. Well, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. My name is Eglantine Penrose. Perhaps you've heard of us, but it is just a great pleasure to meet all of your acquaintances here.
Harry and Lilavati.
Yes.
Please make me a history check.
Is this
Have
to
to,
see
like,
if we've heard of them?
More wrong.
Practice that name.
Lilavati. Second.
Lee,
Still-
right? Lila.
Okay. Lilavati.
I got a 3.
Oh,
Got a 3. You don't
sad.
know. No idea.
11.
You passed.
Yay! Look at me. go.
Lilavati knows that the Penroses are a noble family in Silvani and has probably caught a glimpse of them once or twice. Her father has worked with the Penroses in the past.
Oh.
I'll kind of stand there. Yeah, name's Gabriel Moonshadow.
I did it again, didn't I? I am Bellinor. It is a pleasure to meet you all.
Gabriel kind of Bellinor's a big boy, right?
Yeah, he's probably like 6'6".
Muscular, like Tarzan.
Pretty muscular. A lot
Well,
like
you're-
me.
Basically a self-insert.
You're a big fucker. You'll be useful to have around.
You're a little fucker, but you will have your purpose, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure I have plenty of purpose.
What is with the mask?
Let's just say it's a way of honoring my order.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah, and I kind of climb up.
If you speak Sylvan, you'll know that the etchings are in Sylvan.
I speak Sylvan.
The barbarian does not speak Sylvan.
Oh,
So they just look like gibberish to you, probably, then.
just the alphabet.
Well, I think it is rather pretty.
Yeah, what do they say?
Says something about gray sentinels watching the gates, stuff like that.
Very generic and very cryptic, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course.
Good. We really are playing D&D. All right.
Well, I
And
do,
then,
not, I do not know any of you here, but I am happy to hang out and perhaps spend time with you all.
Oh, we should get to know each other. Eglantine, I'm not sure I introduced myself. I'm Lilavati Legat.
Oh,
She
well.
looks to see if she recognizes her at all.
Do I recognize the Legat name?
That surname might ring a faint bell. Like, you know you've heard it before, but you can't quite place it.
Right. Okay. I just kind of smile politely, like you do anytime you like meet somebody at a party, and you're like, I know we've met, but
Just
like,
the awkward, like,
I get to
"Yeah,
see you
yeah."
too, kind of thing. And how are you?
Her shoulders thump a little bit.
I'll just. Oh, well, it's such a pleasure to meet all of you. I wish I knew exactly where all of this came from, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
In the morning, maybe? Or maybe we'll be ambushed overnight. Ooh.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah, maybe this is gonna be some kind of like initiation ritual.
Ooh, wow.
What?
Bellinor, what have you got yourself into today?
Been there, done that. All right, next.
I don't know about that. I'm taking this very literally.
I don't know about it either. Remains to be seen. Oh wait, I don't think the bartender actually introduced herself to me, did she?
No, she didn't. But she sees you doing the customer lead, and she's like,
Making the eye contact.
Yes.
yes, can I help you?
Yes. Are we going to be staying here tonight?
Oh, are you going to be staying here tonight?
I don't know. It says stay the night. I assume that means here.
Oh,
Do you know if there are rooms?
oh, there are rooms. There, we don't have any guests at the moment.
Are there
Where
guest
is
rooms?
everybody?
Gone.
Gone where? People don't just go away.
Most of them went south.
Why is that?
We've been having some problems in the town recently, and most people don't want to deal with that after
Let me-
the first few disappearances.
Let me ask you, are there the kind of problems a Grey Sentinel could solve for you? Grey Watcher could solve for you?
Oh, this again.
Oh,
Maybe.
quit your griping.
I'm afraid I don't know much about the Grey Watch. I'm not exactly up to date on my history. But maybe?
I'm sorry, but I'd like to point out we're in a town where there have been disappearances and trouble sent here by someone we don't know to stay somewhere where we don't know where we are with a bunch of strangers.
Yes, that's
Nothing about
literally
that
what I do
seems
for a
weird.
living.
I'm loving it. I'm just happy to be here.
Cool place to be with these people. Yes.
Don't worry. My inn is safe. We've taken precautions.
What kind of precautions?
Iron locks on the doors and windows. Protection sigils.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that certainly seems reasonable, and I'm sure, this letter. I'll pull out the sigil. I'll be like, I mean, it looks to me like it came from somebody, at least. Connected to, was it Uriel? Is that the name?
Emriel.
Emriel. This looks like it came from somebody, connected to Emriel, and I mean, it's, nothing that I know too much about, but it seems something worth checking out, at least. Probably, more trustworthy than some others could be.
Well, if you're set on staying the night, there are rooms on the 3rd floor. How many do you need?
I will need my own room.
Oh, well, I mean, absolutely.
Oh, thank
So
the
five,
gods not
then?
having to spend another night next to you.
Yeah, I know, you smell.
That is true. We'll
All
take
right,
Hey,
five.
watch it. Watch
He
it, buddy.
never showers.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, well, not all of us. Whatever.
She just passes you enough
Uh,
key rings for everyone to have their own room.
For the record, Gabriel does smell like ass. So,
Yeah, I'm not just being a dick.
so, like, when he walked in, you probably smelled the outdoors on him. I told you it was to cover up the scent so we could escape and through the forest without being detected by any sort of bad monsters.
No, that's you. That's what you sound like.
Yeah. Well, you always sound like you got something to whinge
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Yeah. Just walks out the door to the front, outside, drinking
I'm
his
still
beer.
just like yelling at him as he goes.
Leah turns and looks at Giles and Bellinor like, yay. Maybe they should get their own room. Get a room,
I don't get it.
No, we're getting our own rooms.
Exactly.
How many smells did you miss? I mean, jeez.
I don't know, it just seems you guys are, have a lot of tension.
Well, yeah, because he's a jerk and he won't leave me alone.
Hmm.
My parents hired him.
Is he that bad? I think he's okay. He is smelly. I will give you that. But
I mean, he's not like a bad guy or anything. He's nice enough. It's just always there.
He's
Isn't that what he's paid to do?
Well, I don't want him always there. I was doing fine before he came along.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was!
and what were you doing before he came along?
Oh, I'm, just sort of traveling, getting to see the world a bit. I haven't really left Sylvania that much until now. So just, before now that I've, finished my studies and stuff, wanted to take some time, see things, just sort of explore and get to know other people from other places and stuff.
That is very cool. I mostly walk around and punch people, but okay.
Oh, wow. Why? Just anybody?
Sometimes you get paid to punch people. Other
Oh.
times you get paid to, not punch people, but that think you will punch them. That's the good part.
So
are you
your
like
job-
an enforcer?
Oh well, that's a bit high up. I'd maybe say like pit fighter.
What were
Oh.
you gonna say, Giles? I'm sorry.
Well, you stole my thunder there, so just gonna sit over here and
Well, it's so easy to talk over you because
Oh, what? Why? Oh, you want to tell me why?
because you're very short.
Oh,
Got him.
Giles stands up to fight back, but then realizes he reaches like her knee and then sits back down.
Would you like some wine? This is very good.
He drinks it.
Customer
Alyssa
service.
spots
lady.
an empty glass and sweeps it over with a new one.
Thank you. What was your name? I'm sorry.
I'm Alyssa.
Alyssa. I'll remember that. Definitely. Okay, well, it's gonna be a long evening. I don't usually go to sleep for several hours. Do you think it would be a bad idea for us to explore the spooky ghost town?
Well, as long as you're in before dark, it should be fine.
How much longer till dark?
Oh, 2 hours?
Oh, that is enough time.
Plenty of time. Let's go on an adventure. I want this wine to go. Can I take this to go?
Yeah, you can take it to go.
It's
Wonderful.
not like
I
one of those
already.
like plastic cups like you get at Ren Fair.
Yep.
Just fill up the water skin.
I will tip her kindly, and I will exit out into the the street.
I follow Bellinor.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm already
Oh.
standing outside the tavern, leaning against the wall.
Brooding.
Gabriel, we
I
are
will
going on
follow
an
as
adventure.
well.
Going on an adventure already. Is this how it always goes? 5 people get together in a tavern and go on a little bit of a journey of self-discovery.
Oh, come on,
Maybe-
Gabriel. It's a party.
yes.
All right, fine. Because Lila Vati's asking, I suppose I'll do it.
That's right. Come on, loosen up.
Fine.
Giles is gonna stay there and then look around at where he is and then leave.
All right. So the town of Greenwater even when there were people here, it was very small. It's all just arranged on one main road. There's like 10-ish buildings, all of them in kind of a similar style and state of being as the tavern, except for one, which is just 3 doors down from the actual waterfront and is made of stone and looks pretty nice.
Nice, like higher class living, or
Yeah, like it probably costs a fair amount of money to build.
Let's go in that one.
But hey,
So-
it's
Okay.
free real estate, right?
This was a
Exactly.
trading town, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it makes sense that there would be kind of these okay.
Based on the arrangement, you get the feeling like this is a place people come, stay the night, and then keep moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I guess I'll follow wherever they're going.
All right, you approach the large stone building, and Eglantine, you recognize the architecture. This is a temple or a church of some kind.
Oh.
You can't see any like clear markings of which deity it belongs to, but it was clearly something built for the clergy.
Oh, okay. You're like, oh, this looks like it's some kind of, I don't know, cathedral type place or someplace holy. I can't tell. I don't see any signs for who they worship here, though. We should have asked.
Well, if that's the case, should we not go breaking and entering?
I break a window.
Oh, okay.
Hey!
Oh my.
A voice
Could we
cries
have
from
tried the
inside.
door first?
It's this kind of party, okay.
I
That
can't
was-
reach the handle, okay?
Could have
Hey,
just
Hey,
asked.
you
other
just
people.
gave away our position if someone's waiting in there for us.
Nobody's
bit later.
waiting there for us.
heavy
I
doors
bend down
flies
a little
open.
bit. Giles, you look like an intelligent person. I would expect a little more from you.
Ugh.
Intelligence is the antithesis of faith.
I'm not mad, just disappointed. Let's go.
I hate it
Okay.
when he says that.
The door was thrown open by a very angry looking tabaxi woman in a nice white tabard.
I drop a shard of glass.
Halfway in the
What
window.
are you talking about?
Miss, I was playing catch with my friend and I accidentally hit your window. We'll definitely pay for it and fix it. I am so sorry about that.
I start counting out some gold.
I suppose it was an accident. Can I help you?
We're new in town.
Yes!
Yes, I can see
First
that
one!
there are very few people in this town who are not new in town. My
There are
name is
very
Light
few
in the
people in
Sky.
this town.
I'm sorry, what did you say your name was?
Light in the Sky.
Oh, well, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Eglantine. I am so sorry for the carelessness of my companions here.
Oh, it's all right. Accident happened. Would you like to come in? She sends a nervous glance at the sky as if she's like checking. Is it dusk yet?
Oh, I think that would be quite lovely. Thank you so much.
Come in, welcome. This is our temple to light the way home.
Oh, what do I know about Light the Way Home?
Make a religion check.
That's a 19.
All right. Light the Way Home is most commonly worshipped in Tajidamani, especially among Tabaxi caravans. It's also called the Golden. She is the goddess of dusk, reunion, fire, and healing. She's the patron of wanderers and storytellers and a guide to the lost.
Oh, okay. They're like, oh, well, it's really so kind of you to welcome us in like this. We understand there's been some pretty unfortunate happenings going around in the town, right?
Yes. Most of my cohort have already moved on, but I was reluctant to leave when I knew a delegation would be coming through.
What delegation?
Oh, some priest of Miriel were passing through. They're upstairs at the moment.
Oh, really? How long have they been here?
Oh, they arrived earlier this morning.
Oh, do you think they would be up for perhaps some visitors or something? I'm always, up for meeting fellow, worshippers of, just, anybody really who's up for a good conversation and meeting good people. And I'll just sort of pat on my necklace.
I can go and ask. Please. She guides you to like a small sitting room that looks like it's a couple of doors down from the main worshipping area and ushers you in. Can I get you all some tea or perhaps something else to drink or eat? Are you hungry?
Oh, well, I'm okay, thank you. I don't know about my companions here.
Please, what we have to share.
Oh, what's up, Megan?
I was gonna say Lilavati just like quietly sips her wine in the back of the group.
I think Giles feels a bit guilty about the whole window thing because he kind of assumed it was going to be locked, so he's not really going to take anything else from this church.
Okay, I will.
You stealing shit already? No.
You broke a window. She's gonna vanish upstairs for a few minutes and hear a faint muttering of.
Do I notice Giles like kind of maybe trying to eye up the place like for things to steal? Would I notice this?
I don't think Giles is looking for things to steal.
No, very much not.
Okay. Let me know when he is.
I will be. Believe me, I will be.
A few minutes later, she reappears with two young women in teal vests with white undershirts and a bright blue sash across their shoulders. These are my current guests, Clara Aretti and Amanda Wylan. They are both priestesses of Miriel heading to Silvani. Please get acquainted. I will be back with some tea in just a moment. And Clara, who's a little bit shorter than her companion, she's longish, shiny brown hair and a friendly sort of face. She smiles and extends a hand. Says, hi. We weren't expecting anyone else to be coming through here.
Oh.
Neither were we.
Yeah, it seems like there's not, a lot of people around in the area. It's so nice to meet you. My name is Eglantine Penrose. And I'll shake her hand.
It's a pleasure. Clara Aretti, thank you. This is my friend Amanda. She doesn't prefer to talk most of the time.
All right, it's time to stop dancing around the issue. All right, what's going on around here? Enough with the superficial crap. Let's get on with it. What's the monster? How do we kill it? And how can we relieve you of this issue?
It sounds like we talk enough for all of us, so don't worry.
I'm afraid I don't know. Amanda and I have come from the north, from up in Nordcliff. We are bearing a report back to the temple in Silvani. We only arrived this morning.
Oh. And how are things in Nordcliff?
So I think I know why this
charisma
even
check.
Make a charisma check.
You
Oh,
get advantage
no.
because Eglantine is with you.
No.
Oh, wait, what?
She's another worshiper. She is
Oh,
a lady, a woman of faith.
yeah, that's gonna be a mad fatty 10. This
With
campaign's going
advantage?
great. This campaign's going great for me so
Excellent.
far.
Clara kind of purses her lips. She's like, well, they've been better. I suppose they've been better across the continent, I rather think. And I suppose Greenwater is no exception.
Any word from the Watches?
Oh, are you a member of the Grey Watch?
Indeed, it's why I'm asking about your problems
had-
here.
I had a brief meeting with Selnora when I was in Nordcliffe, but I'm afraid she didn't seem to know much more than I did. Or if she did, she wasn't telling me.
She probably knows more. She wouldn't just tell strangers, though. I
She
respect
has
that.
that sort of vibe. There's been stirring in the channel, some strange happenings around the Telende. Not that that's that unusual, but it's been getting worse. I'm afraid the specifics are rather confidential.
Of course. More bureaucratic red tape. Ugh.
Such as a lot of those in orders as our own.
Alright, is there anyone
We got
else in
the
town who
anarchy.
knows what's going on around here?
I suppose you could ask Aaron. He is the stable hand. He runs the stable here. He works with Alyssa and her husband Tom, if you've met them.
I look over at Lilavati, and I'm making a point of saying that name a lot because I need to remember how to say it. Like, should we go? Like, let's blow this popsicle stand. Let's go talk to the stable kid.
We definitely want to go get more information, but real quick before we go, do you have anyone you're associated with whose name starts with a Z?
I mean, there are a handful of priests or priestesses with names starting with C. It's not that unusual. Do you have any more information?
Someone who might be in the area?
In this area? Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Maybe someone who was a seer?
Oh, you mean Zuli.
Yes.
I'm afraid I haven't heard from her in a while, not since last spring. She's a gifted seer. She was at the temple for Emriel in Silvani, but as far as I know, she left a while ago and no one's heard from her since.
Interesting. Do you know where she might have gone when she left?
She might have returned home. She's native to Taja Damani, so she might not be in the continent anymore.
That's a little far. Okay, I have everything I need. So nice to meet you, Clara, Amanda. Hopefully we'll see you around unless, property damaging circumstances. Sorry about the window again.
It's all right. It was very nice to meet you. I wish you all the best of luck.
And you as well. Have safe travels. Be careful going about here. Seems things are not, really safe. So be careful.
No. And you.
Thank you.
We don't need luck. We need skill and talent to get us by.
We've already got that.
Yes, I have so much of that. It is crazy.
Oh yeah? I'd like to see it.
Well, someday
maybe
you
we
might.
could have like a hand axe throwing competition or darts or something after it gets dark.
Oh, tryouts, yes.
Tavern.
I prefer
Tryouts?
sparring, but
I mean, there's also time for that. The tavern was dead empty.
indeed.
Yes, tryouts for who is going to be the leader of us 5. Somebody needs to be the
Oh.
leader, and 4 need to be the followers. It's pretty simple math.
Why does there need to be a leader?
What,
Why can't
what
we
do you
just
mean
be
there's-
a group that decides on things in a democratic fashion?
That just doesn't seem how things work.
Yeah,
Well,
it seems a bit difficult if you're fighting a monster to just be like, hey, let's stab it. Hold on, we've got to vote first.
Well,
See?
you just stab the monster. You don't need someone to tell you to stab it. You don't need a vote to determine it. You just stab the monster. It's that simple.
Well, what if it's
Well,
a
I mean,
really
I don't
big
stab
monster?
anything.
Well,
Eglantine, you'll need to learn to stab things eventually.
I know how, I just don't.
Uh,
I apologize. It seems like I opened a can of worms between you two.
I also turn to Lilavati. Am I saying that right?
Ilavati.
Ilavati. Okay, well, Giles isn't gonna say that.
You can say
and
tea.
say-
How about tea?
T. All right,
That's the T.
and say,
Yes.
listen, Lilavati, whatever.
You're so close.
so close.
I think we've had some fun. We've both exchanged some blows. I think maybe now's the time to call, a truce before you get any more hurt.
Wait. You two got into a fight? Oh, sits back. This I wish I saw.
Italy, I don't feel very hurt, but I'm
Oh,
fine.
I think you're pretty hurt.
You think so? Well, you seem like a very empathic person, so I imagine you would know better than I would. I'm fine with the truce, but I don't forget things. So I'll be keeping my eyes open.
Yep. Seems good. Yep.
Yes? You should keep your eyes open too. Should always be alert. Right, Gabriel?
Yes, always alert, always watching.
Always
I'm
ready.
like already reading a book.
Can I just say, I love the dynamic that is forming between us all. It's just so fun. Like, you two kind of hate each other, you two, like, know each other a little, and you two are close, and I'm just here.
It's not kind of.
No.
I can't stand her.
Okay, well then you can always just leave, okay?
Well, if I did that, then my
You just have to come
employers would be
back.
very unpleased.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
Wait, you're getting paid for this?
In a sense.
Oh, wait, do I get paid for this?
I want money.
Tell you what, if we ever meet her parents, I can ask that everyone here gets paid for it.
Now we're talking. I mean,
Yeah, you can go ahead and ask.
It's not gonna happen.
No.
oh.
Well, actually, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, well, I want to go. Well, shoot, we found out about the Zuli person. I imagine that's who is actually trying to get us all here together. Do we want to go talk to Aaron and Tom or explore the town some more? I was expecting it to be a little deader, to be honest.
How dark is it now? How much time has passed?
It's about half an hour in the church.
Okay, so you still got like an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, fish.
I mean, I'd vote we, do adventure stuff.
Deep
Yeah.
votes.
I'm really curious about what's going on here, so I don't mind taking some time to look around a little bit more.
Yeah, the stable boy will still be there. Well, hopefully.
Well,
Oh,
Hopefully.
I thought the town was empty, and it doesn't seem like it's empty. Honestly, I didn't think Giles' idea was that terrible, except for, really, you could have at least tried the doors. What if it was unlocked? You could have just walked in.
is that something you do a lot? Throw bricks through windows?
Did you at least
Well-
try a note to it first?
When you need a brick, you need a brick. It's,
Right.
Glass is expensive.
But glass is expensive, yes. Then Bellinor had to come up with a very masterful deceit to cover for you.
Yeah, you lied on holy ground.
Good on his feet.
I'm a pretty good liar.
Not even phased after
Your
a lie,
excuse.
bro.
Good. It's good teamwork. Let's go poke around some more. Do you think they have a shop of some sort? Or, I don't know, something with character? Are these all just houses?
I wonder if they've got one of those dens. Went to a town that had one of those.
Maybe they have a
What kind of
bookstore.
den?
The kind that's filled with smoke, makes you feel real happy.
Ah, that's kind of done.
Yeah, 'cause-
I'm sorry. You all are trying to find information, and your solution is bookstore? There's a library somewhere, isn't there? We can look up the history of the town or something. Maybe that'll give us some...
I was just
What
thinking in
happened?
general, not specifically for our problem.
Well, you should study on the problem. Knowledge can be perhaps one of your greatest weapons. That's
Hmm.
Well, that's I don't know.
The
I have
knowledge
two
cleric.
decent weapons.
The knowledge cleric just kind of stares at him.
I mean,
Remind me. What kind of cleric are you again? What was that, Megan?
I was just thinking in general of exploring the place, but also I thought it was more dead. But Giles, I think your idea of trying to see if there's a library is also a good one.
Oh, look at that. You two making up. All right, let's find the library.
I do,
All right.
I do agree. Knowing the lay of the land, though, is very useful, especially if we get ambushed. Who says, here, stay here tonight, and nothing bad will happen? Nobody.
While we're by the temple, you could scale it, get a nice high point of view, and that would be your lay of the land.
I vote Giles does it. He tried to break the window.
One time,
I will
like
do it.
10 minutes ago. Will you guys ever forget?
He also did not try, he succeeded.
This is true. Perhaps I should climb the temple to get a bird's eye view.
I feel like you're the best at it. You are Bellinor. He's got those arms.
I am a pretty good climber.
Climbing contest? Need some strength?
You can make an athletics check to
Oh.
try and climb the building.
Ah,
There we go. Now we're talking.
yes.
I could help, but I'm not gonna.
Yes.
Bullshit! What the hell?
22.
10. This campaign's going great,
That's
folks.
no problem.
Hand over
Bill
hand.
gets like 2 feet up, stabs himself on a rose bush, and is like, I'm out.
Fuck.
All right, now what did you want to see up here? And now that I'm up here, I realize that you should have been the one.
Take a look around. Any good exit points?
From the city?
Make
Okay.
make a perception check.
Gabriel, are you bleeding?
7.
A little bit.
7.
I'll be fine.
It's all exit points. This is a very flat piece of land. You're just after the low hills, so the land has started to flatten out from all the orchards. You look that way. What's west? Something like that. To your left. And in the distance, you can see the Telendai forest. And far off on the right, you think you can see where the land sort of gives way to the sea on the horizon. And all around you is just flat and green. And there's a road. And the tributary of the Aran River cuts through down towards the south.
Gabriel, we're surrounded. It's terrible. Just kidding. There's no one here. It's wide open fields, and there's like a river and like a lake. It's fine.
That son of a sheath sword.
You better get
Notice-
used to the practical jokes.
See blood on hand, wipes it on cloak.
Ugh.
I like this Bellinor
Sixteen.
guy. This guy.
Who doesn't like Bellinor? And I'll just climb down.
Can we just elect a party leader?
I think it should be votes, right? We said votes.
That's not what you said
It is
earlier.
votes. Okay.
Well, I mean, we don't even know what is going on or how long we're gonna be together, so let's not go getting ahead of ourselves and see what this priest has to say.
Okay, but I would like to put out there for the time we are together, I would like for Bellinor to be in charge.
I would like for Bellinor to be in charge too.
That's two.
Let's do votes, Bellinor.
I'm with that. Sure.
As
Alright.
long as it's anyone besides Eggy.
Don't.
You don't like being called Eggy.
Just like cartoon, like shudder up her body.
Well, as my first decision as elected official, I say we try to find an underground fighting pit. Maybe that is where everyone went.
I would like to rescind my vote.
I
Damn.
immediately regret my decision. I vote. I do like the idea of the library and getting and exploring.
That was
Did
my
you
second
see-
pick.
Did you see anything up there that looked like a library?
I didn't,
no.
right? No, I did not.
Most of the buildings look pretty much the same.
What kind of elf is this guy? I can't even see.
Bellinor, what's your elf I see?
Not a whole lot.
All right, let's go find this library, I suppose.
Okay. Everyone make investigation checks or elect someone to make an investigation check. I don't care which.
I'll make an investigation check just to get these bad rolls out of my system.
I did
Can I
too.
assist?
Yes, okay, have advantage on that one.
I rolled a 17 if I'm rolling.
Oh my god, nat 11 and 12, so that's gonna be a 13. What the
Okay.
hell?
Wait, you're
You don't have a whole lot of luck there, Gabriel. There's buildings. Most of them are closed.
I prefer the
Um,
forest.
Bellinor, Basically everything around here is closed. There, as far as you can tell, there never was a library. The general store is closed. The blacksmith is closed. The wheelwright is closed. It's just all shut. It seems like the only 3 buildings that are still open are the inn, the church, and the stable.
Well, it
Let's
looks
check out the
like
stable.
everything is closed, but the stables still look to be open, and we were going to go there anyways, so
Well, maybe we should go see what they know there then.
that is fine.
All right, you guys go and head for the stable. It's longer and lower than the inn, and out back there's like a fenced-in paddock area. And just as you guys are about to go up and presumably knock on the door, it swings open, and standing in it is an older man with an ample stomach and dark graying hair. And he has his back kind of turned towards you as he's opening the door. He's speaking to someone further in the building, and he's saying, "Aaron, I mean, I think we should leave. I think we should leave. It's not safe."
Team leader, you want to take this one?
Oh, hello! We are
Oh.
5 people. Welcome.
Hi. I'm Tom, and he extends a large hand. His hand is worn and calloused from a lifetime of hard work, and he shakes your hand. Sorry.
I am Bellinor. It is okay. We are sorry to intrude upon your conversation.
Eleanor, did you just welcome them to
The
us
street.
showing up?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I understood. Continue. You're doing great.
It's all about
Picked a
manners.
great leader.
Yes.
Yep.
Sorry to get in the way. Are you here to see Aaron?
Yes, we are. We are here to talk to whoever is going on because we are trying to figure out what is going on in this town.
Yeah, I overheard you saying that it wasn't safe.
No, it's, there's been trouble. Most everybody else has already left, and for good reason.
What kind of trouble?
Strange things happen in at night. People just wandering off and never being seen again. Some of them, they say they hear singing, and once you've heard the singing, then it's too late. 2 days later, and you're just gone. Get up out of your bed like sleepwalkers. Don't come back.
Oh my, that is quite serious. I think you should leave. Yes, this is dangerous.
Can I do some
I've
sort
been
of check to
telling my
see-
wife. What?
Can I do a check to see if I recognize
Sure.
things singing, like the siren song thing? Okay.
This would be Arcana.
Okay, that's Arcana. I have a +5 to Arcana, so that's an 18 total.
All right. Yeah. There's plenty of creatures who could be doing this. Sometimes certain fey creatures, maybe a changeling, could be a siren, could be a rusalka, could be a trickster even, which would be very bad news indeed.
Okay. I'm gonna relay this to everybody. Basically, it could be a million things.
Mm.
Do we have any idea where the song is coming from? Have you pinpointed a location, or is it just
No.
in people's heads? Okay.
Yeah, people hear it and they just sort of get odd.
Mm.
Many people have heard it now that you know of.
I know 3 that heard it and didn't immediately leave town.
Are they still here?
They disappeared.
Are all the people who've been hearing it, like, I don't know, are they in the same area of town, or do they work in the same place? Is there something similar
No.
to them?
It wasn't a big town to begin with, but so from either end, from any age, hell, David's youngest daughter just got out of her bed and wandered off. No one's seen her since. He
Question.
took his other kids and left after that.
DM question.
Yes. What is up?
Since my character's, well, his backstory, his whole shtick is basically this was his job.
Right.
Would I have any idea of what any of this is?
You'd probably have a similar knowledge as Giles does, that Sounds a bit like a trickster, but some of the details aren't adding up for that. Sirens can do something similar. They lure people away, but usually that happens at sea.
Can I make a nature check to see if I would know anything more?
Yeah, you can try.
Because I like my knowledge stuff. All right, fuck these dice. I'm rolling a different
You tell him.
7.
Nope.
God,
Could be any number of things.
my brain's a little foggy. Eglatine's freaking.
I will give you this. This town is very close to water, and there's a lot of singing creatures that like the water. Sirens, Grusulka, certain elemental tricksters.
My guess would be we should probably head towards the water. Especially if it's possibly a siren.
Do we have time for that tonight? I mean, do we want to do that tonight or wait till tomorrow and talk to whoever we're supposed to be meeting?
I think perhaps we wait for tomorrow because I think it is a pretty big coincidence if these two events are not intertwined.
Because by now it's probably starting to get closer to dark, I bet, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
sun's starting to set.
Yeah, I guess we should go back. I was looking forward to a swim too.
What if all 5 of us heard the call tonight? That would be bad.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
would
well.
reinforce my belief that this is some kind of initiation ritual.
Oh, yes. I really like this theory.
You know, I've already done one of these initiation rituals. I don't need to do another one.
What was
It
yours
doesn't-
like?
Pretty similar if this is actually like a siren or something like this. You know, dump you in the middle of the woods.
That explains a lot. Let's go.
All right, you return to the
Okay.
inn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to do at the inn? Anything
Just
you want to
me
ask
walking.
Alyssa, or are you guys gonna go up to bed?
I'm not going
Do-
up to bed yet. Whoa.
Do they have darts? Do they
Whoa.
have like hand
Yeah, there's an old dartboard.
Darts.
In a church, they have a dartboard.
No.
The bar.
In the tavern.
Hey, yo, the
I
one
got
church had a
distracted.
gambling table in the back, so you never know.
That's true.
It's true. And a cursed ace. Yes, there is an old. Looks like it hasn't been used in a while. But there's a dartboard and a cup full of darts.
I think it's late enough for cocktails, and also first dibs on the dartboard. Who wants to go against me?
Me. I immediately raise my hand.
Is the angle gonna be okay for you?
It's a matter of trajectory, Giles.
Do you want to do some practice throws first? I'll allow you that. Or
Uh,
maybe you have experience with darts.
I say I have just the most experience, and I'm holding it the wrong way.
Leans over to Leela the tea.
Look, if his throwing's as any good as he is at bricks, you got this.
Okay. You're on, Giles.
All right.
All right.
This is a dexterity-based thrown attack.
Do I? This is simple, right?
Yes, this is a simple weapon.
Okay, then I have proficiency in that. So I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know why I
just
was
a
holding the
dart.
wrong one. I was trying to psych you out.
Trying to psych me out. I'm
Yep.
going to just. Can I do?
Right, that's a 20, not nat.
I'll just roll a
Dirty
D20.
20, you get the second ring. Not the bullseye, but the next one out.
All right.
I think with the bonus. Ugh. Ugh. I got a 13.
You just get it on the board. Just barely.
Hmm. Are you sure you didn't want to warm up first, Giles?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that's fine. One more.
So Giles isn't gonna admit this, but they were kind of right. The trajectory's a bit off, so I'm gonna like jump up and down and try to throw it at the top of my arc of jump.
All right, roll for it.
That is a 18.
You
Okay.
get like the third ring out.
She throws it and gets a 14. Same as before, pretty much.
Yeah, almost exactly the same place.
And I am very, very out of practice. Gabriel, Eleanor, Eggy?
Eglantine. Thank you.
Eglantine.
Eglantine, yes.
Would
Just
one of
call
you
her
want
Aggie.
to tap in?
I'm okay right now. I'm sitting at the table reading.
I'll take him on. Let's do this.
Be my guest.
All right,
All
I'll
right.
beat both of you. Fight me. I got this. I put up my dukes to his knees.
Do it level 3. So let's. That is a 16.
I got an 18. Yes. Yes.
Okay, both of you get the third ring out.
I glare.
Go ahead.
His is
Your
a little bit closer to the center.
Your other eye just might pop out of your head if you stare a little harder, friend.
Whoa.
19. Now we're talking.
Second ring, very close to the bullseye.
Nope. I got a 9 plus.
You
missed
6,
entirely.
15. 15 total.
Oh, then you get it on the board, but in the outer ring.
All right. I glare so hard that my eye does actually pop out of my head. The fake one, obviously.
Okay, that's a little much.
Yeah, that's a bit much. I think I bested you, friend.
I go and sit down, try to fiddle with my eye, put it back in.
I'm no doctor, but I'm not gonna try and help you. Trust me, you don't want me to.
Pip just chirps at you and then crawls back up your cheek and settles back in.
Wait, what?
Shh, you don't know that. Yes, you do, actually. My eye turns into a bug as it falls out of my head.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, Eglantine definitely looks disgusted.
It's a mechanical bug. Mechanical bug.
Yeah, it's a little clockwork beetle.
I thought you said tentacle bug.
Tentacle bug, no.
It's even worse.
I'll go up to the bar. I'll order a wine and ale for myself.
Okay, she gives you want wine or ale?
I want one of each.
Okay, she pours you a generous tankard of ale and a glass of elderflower wine.
I'll walk over to Lilavati and hand her the nice glass of elderflower wine, making it very pointed to walk by Eglantine to act like I'm gonna hand it to her, and then nope.
I am
Side note.
ignoring him in my book.
The menu in the
Oh, there
the
is a
Discord
menu.
handout. There's a
There
menu in
is-
the Discord handout.
There is. I should have, yes. Yeah, the elderflower wine, and I'm having barley beer because
Fantastic.
because Gabriel's a beer guy through and through. So, Lilavati, I believe we have some catching up to do.
Yeah, but first off, did that guy's eye just turn into a bug and then crawl into his face?
Yeah, I've seen weirder.
You have?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna sit beside Aggie.
Sam doesn't mind it. Eglantine hates it.
Do I recognize the book she's reading?
Yes, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, it's totally like some trashy romance novel.
Yes.
Here, I'm gonna pull one of the things from chat. Crisis of Lust. There we go. Thanks, Abby.
That's
Holy.
oh, yay!
It's like
really
it's
weird.
definitely like looks like one of those like trashy like drugstore like novels.
Oh
you
What
my
does the
know?
God.
cover look like? What's on the cover? What's
Yeah.
the cover
What
art?
Oh, let's say there's like some tall like just dark skinned like elf on like back of a white horse with some I don't know paladin or something with her.
Oh.
Sure. It's like really ridiculous. So over like the cheesiest like 90s like romance novel cover you can think of. It's part 2 of a series.
Oh.
In the background, I try to pose like the cover.
It almost works.
I love it. Yeah, so I'm just like reading it and pointedly trying to ignore it. Mainly Gabriel.
I say, ooh, has Carrie kissed Killian yet?
Far yet! Spoilers! Well, when does it happen? Is it like halfway through, or do I have to like wait a while?
A little after. It's after the fight on Rose Hill.
Oh, okay, because it's kind of starting off a lot slower than the others.
I know. I think that was an intention of the writer.
I guess. I mean, I just figured like Crisis of Lust would move way faster than Crisis of Love did, but this is like a crawl.
My bug crawls out of my eye again
Oh.
and starts reading the book.
Oh.
I like don't notice right away because I'm reading so much. I'm just like so into the book. That's interesting. I've never seen something like that before.
Thank you. It is my own personal design.
Oh, you made it?
Yes, I did.
Do you make lots of things like this?
Not like this. This one's powered by magic, something I don't normally do, but my brother helped me power it, so.
Oh, well, it looks like pretty impressive, craftsmanship from what I can tell. It's really, nice and well done. Does it hurt when it like that?
I've lost most of the feeling in my eye at this point, so
Oh,
not really.
okay. Well, at least there's that then. Can you see with it, or is it just for decoration?
I can actually. So out of character, this is my familiar using this spell, Find Familiar.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. So
That's really cool. It's like a little construct.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Like, oh, that's really interesting. I've never seen anything like that before.
I notice your divine symbol. Who's your patron?
Oh, it is the symbol of Kaluri, which is, I believe, it's a paw with like six toe beans, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'll sort of hold it up, and it's a very finely made pendant that she's wearing, just like sculpted of like gold and silver, with some gemstones sort of inlaid for the toe beans. But like, yes, my whole family really, we follow the great spirit of Kaluri, so just trying to get out here and learn some new things.
Well, if there's one thing I can support, it is the pursuit of knowledge, even if it is in a religious sense.
Oh, well, I mean, any kind of knowledge, really. I mean, Kaluri doesn't care if it's, religious or arcane or academic or scientific or anything else, really. It's just, I just need to get out here and see as many things as I can see.
Wrong button.
Oh,
No!
You're fired.
Oh my
Fire.
god.
I'm the worst. Wrong button.
You're the worst.
Oh no!
Well, Gabe was
dare
gonna be
you.
making
We
fun
did
of
it.
Eglantine, being like, "What a nerd."
We have a camera mix-up.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I meant to hit the
Um,
unmute myself button. My bad.
Well, it's about time to
Been
take
there.
a bathroom break right now, so we can do a quick bio break while you fix the cameras. and return.
Fantastic. Get me
Yeah.
out of here.
Oh, beans.
We'll be back in a minute.
Beans.
Beans. Good job, Alex.
We're live.
Hello.
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 All right. Did anyone
Hello?
want to finish up in the tavern, or are we?
Yes.
Yes.
We had some catching up to do.
Yes. Go ahead. Catch up.
So as they are talking about romance novels and Velinor in the background is posing, Lilavati's watching, a little confused, and she'll tear her gaze away. Gabriel, tell me, how did you wind up with this?
So, long story short, I was going on a sort of personal errand to the capital, and I ended up coming under the employ of the Penrose family. It wasn't as something that I really wanted to do, but it was kind of like one of those, I should do this type of assignment. So now I have to make sure she gets to go on her little adventure and return home with not a single feather on her head harmed.
So you're like a professional babysitter? Right?
Yes, and I loathe it.
This really doesn't seem like your scene. They must be paying you well.
It really is not my scene. Really isn't, but let's just say my livelihood depends on it.
That's fair enough. I mean, everybody makes sacrifices.
Yeah, and perhaps it'll return good favor to the Watchers from the noble families if this goes well.
I do want to suggest that maybe things might go a little more smoothly for you if you could get along better.
You haven't spent more than a day with her. She's, unbearable.
How is she unbearable?
Now, always whinging about how there isn't indoor plumbing and how her feet hurt because we've been walking too long. And she's so inept and incapable of handling herself, raised in the cushy manner of the Penroses.
So, nobility problems.
A little bit. I always respected you, though.
Oh, my experience is a little different.
Indeed. Anyway, enough about me. You know, I hate talking about myself.
Yeah.
What have you been up to lately?
Oh, well, I was working and I saved up a little bit to take a sabbatical.
Sabbatical.
Yeah.
And what does it entail?
Not riding my mother's coattails for a little bit of time. Just, doing my own thing, going places where I'm not recognized, and doing, honestly, whatever the fuck I want without any concern of what anybody thinks.
That freedom must be liberating.
Don't you normally get to do that?
Not usually. Usually I'm bound by the Grey Watch's code.
How strict are they with your time?
Generally, they can be pretty strict, but it's more freedom than Eglantine will ever know, and you'll ever know under your mother's care.
She seems pretty happy when she's not talking to you.
Yeah, and I'm pretty happy when I'm not talking to her.
Really, it seems like what would make you both happy is just going your separate ways.
Indeed, but if anything were to happen to her, I would be in a bit of a pickle, as the kids say.
A really bad pickle or just like a fine pickle?
A pretty bad one. I mean, I did promise to protect their daughter in exchange for something. We'll just leave it at that. And if I fail, then it's not good.
Okay.
Plus, look at her. I'd feel bad if anything happened to her. Just look at her sitting there reading her little smutty novels.
Listen, how about just a thought, since you two hate each other so much, sometimes if you want to take a break, I can keep an eye on her and it won't seem like a babysitting thing.
Much
I can
appreciated.
scream real loud if she gets into some shit.
Well, it's not going to be just Eglantine. It's looking like we're going to just be babysitting. Let's face it. This Bellinor guy, sure, he's a big boy, but I'm a little worried about him.
I don't know. I think he can handle himself.
Yeah, if we start punching stuff, it's More like, like when you have a puppy and you don't want them getting into certain spaces.
Yeah, chewing the wires.
Yeah, it's something like that. And Giles seems like a little troublemaker.
Is that a comment on his height?
Now that you mention it, it wasn't originally. I don't usually make fun of the diminutive folks, but
I can't
you know.
resist it, honestly. It's just so easy.
It really is. Well, it is good to see at least one friendly face in this
Yes.
God's forsaken.
2 old acquaintances.
2 old acquaintances. Clink.
New adventures.
Indeed.
Also, I'd like to note, Leela Vati's probably the only one who's seen Gabriel without the mask on in the group so far.
I must know.
That's it for me.
Yep, I'm good.
Anyone else want to have an interaction in the tavern?
Well, I am just going to be glancing around, making sure no one I know pops up, and then I will go to bed.
No one comes in.
Fantastic.
No one comes anywhere near the town. As far as you can tell, you can't hear any activity except for when Tom pops out of the back very briefly to speak with Alyssa.
Good.
Right, is everyone going to bed?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna tinker with Pip a little bit and then just go to sleep.
All right. So on every key ring that Alyssa gave you, there are 2 keys. The standard brass in key that you find basically everywhere, and one that is small, heavy, and made of iron. When you go upstairs, you see that the rooms Alyssa gave you are really nice. They're not especially big, but they're clean and they smell faintly of lavender soap. They're a bit sparse, with a wash basin, a jug of water, 2 twin beds, and a small wooden table each. The beds are neatly made with soft, dark covers and fluffy pillows. The walls are neat and white, the ceiling faintly sloped. Each room has a medium-sized window, flanked by heavy, dark curtains. Everyone, please make me a perception check.
Before that, I would like to make a note that Gabriel's going to make a point not to bathe.
All right.
Ooh, 30,
Oh, by the way, did these rooms cost us anything?
Yeah, but you're going to have a tab to pick up in the morning.
I rolled a 1.
You just
Finally!
flop. You're
Let's
tired.
go.
You're thinking about your book. You flop down
I
to the
stayed
bed.
up really late reading. I had to get to the point that Giles freaking spoiled.
Finally! Dirty 20. Finally!
Yay!
I got a 16.
All right.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Hilavati,
16.
16. All right. All of you can see that there is a heavy iron, not Eglantine, everyone else. There is a heavy iron padlock, a deadbolt, and a standard door lock on each door. There is also a triangular wedge to slide under the door jamb beside each one. There is enough space under the beds to crawl under them, and it's been thoroughly dusted. Like someone meant to use it, but never got around to putting anything in it. There is a vase full of flowers on each windowsill. If everyone would make either an intelligence or a nature check, everyone who noticed the flowers.
I'll make a nature check.
11.
I'm not
Straight
rolling.
intelligence?
Intelligence or nature.
Oh, so there goes the good rolls. 5.
Nope. Pretty flowers.
I didn't spend a lot of time looking at flowers.
I rolled
Did
an
anyone-
11.
All right, 11,
Well,
12,
Or
4. They're pretty flowers. The 11 and the 12.
Beautiful flowers.
So Giles and Bellinor know that these vases are full of white heather, anemone flowers, and elder tree twigs still laden with berries. Every flower in them represents protection. It's meant to ward off evil. Everyone who succeeded on their perception check sees that a silver symbol dangles from the doorknob and an identical charm hangs in front of the window. Anyone native to Azmayara recognizes that it belongs to Morazin, the goddess of protection. Anyone who's not from Azamara can make a religion check to recognize it.
6.
Nope, you don't know who this belongs to.
15.
You do. Marazin, the goddess of protection.
I'm doing some good rolls.
So as everyone gets ready for bed, the evening draws to a close. The sun sinking slowly lower and lower in the sky, shadows stretching blue-black across the grass. There is nobody in the streets. No one has come or gone. Around 10 at night, you hear a faint sound in the distance, followed by a heavy thud and a soft click from below. The rectangles of golden light pouring from the tavern windows wink out one by one, like someone has drawn the curtains. For a moment, everything is completely silent, except for the faint whisper of wind brushing against the glass. Then a high, guttural cry pierces the evening. Everyone make a perception check.
You got it.
I
This
don't
is not
like
gonna be
this.
good.
Natural 20.
Natural
Chris!
20.
Yeah.
15.
That's
Back to
freaking roll
gossiping?
13.
That's a
22.
6.
I'm
You're
sorry,
still asleep.
this is. I was gonna say, is this in the night still, or is this like
Yes, this
morning
is
now?
nighttime.
Okay, just checking.
Everyone who got above a 10 can tell that it sounds like a lot of small creatures, maybe goblins, maybe kobolds, something like that. Anyone who got above an 18 can hear, beyond the scuffling and snapping, singing. A beautiful, heartbroken melody drifting in from the coast. You feel yourself sway towards it like it's somehow magnetic, this tragic, lilting tune tugging at your heart. The distant noises grow louder and closer, and eventually, below the window, shapes begin to stream past. They are hunched and snarling, long, hooked claws gleaming in the moonlight. Everyone who got above a 15 on their last perception check can tell that they look sort of like goblins, except they can't be goblins. You've either seen a goblin before or you've seen a picture of a goblin before, and this is wrong. Like,
Quick
someone
question.
maybe... Yes.
How are the goblins in your setting? Are they like standard fantasy goblins? Do you do anything different with them?
They're a touch more civilized. They resort to banditry and highway robbery just because they are kind of violent by nature, but there's more than a few who are just citizens of the world.
Okay, just curious.
Where was I? Okay. You've seen goblins before, and this is wrong. Like, someone drew them after reading a description, but had never seen one before. They're shriveled somehow, their limbs long and bowed. Each hand has 6 bony fingers topped with claws, and their features are pulled into a point, huge eyes flashing like cats in the gloom. They seem taller than your average goblin, too, like someone stretched them out. And there's a strange, sickly pallor to their skin, though in the darkness it's hard to tell why. Would anyone like to do anything?
They seem to...
Videos.
I will bang on the wall next to me, just quietly enough for the person to hear it, who is ever sleeping in the room next to me, but not loud enough to, like, alert anyone.
Say, Eglantine is next to you.
Oh.
Sam, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. From what we can see, they're just sort of like wandering. Does it look like these
No.
figures are trying to break
They
into
look organized. Yeah,
Ooh.
they're scrabbling, they're fighting amongst each other, but they are moving in a group, and they do have weapons. And as they pass by the inn, they rap on the windows and they tug at the door, but the iron locks keep them closed, and they move on, and they just kick down the door of one of the abandoned buildings and raid it, and building by building they go through the whole town.
Okay. So when I hear Bellinor sort of knock on the wall, I'll just be confused for a moment and like do like a shave and a haircut back, just like that's somebody I know, right? Okay. But I'll start like getting my stuff. Like I've always have my necklace on, but like I'll pick up my shield just to have it with me and start making my way out into the hall just to see if anybody else is up and what's going on.
Okay, what's everyone else doing?
I'm still
Lila,
asleep.
You're asleep.
I will walk into the
Excellent.
hallway and start waking people up.
All right.
Lilati has, first off, she pushed the beds together to make one big bed.
Okay.
She heard everything, so she is just sitting bolt upright in the bed, sheets pulled up close to her chest, eyes wide, listening. Do I recognize this song at all?
Did your mother ever sing to you when you were a little girl?
Yeah.
Sounds like that.
More in the spirit of it, or like a lullaby from my homeland?
Listening, like you would swear that's your mother's voice, and she sounds so sad.
Oh, that's very
That's fun.
that's unnerving. I don't like that at all. She will get up and throw a cloak on and step out into the hallway. Look around.
I'm just there with 2 battle axes in front of the door. Ah!
I'm like huddled behind Balinor with like my shield up.
I like
I'm
that we're
huddled
just in
behind
our
her with her
pajamas. Just
Just like, ah.
There's
Yeah, I am not taking the time to put my armor on, by the way, because I think that takes like
Okay.
10 minutes.
Where's Gabriel?
It does take a while.
I'm gonna go check on Gabriel.
His door is locked. I assume. Did you lock your door?
Probably. I'm a cautious individual.
Door is locked.
Is this considered after our long rest? Do I have different
Yes,
spells now?
You are as rested as you would like to be.
Okay.
I would like to think that
No
pounding on my
reason.
door would wake me up, though.
Yeah.
No,
I'll
that we
slide
don't-
one of the flowers under his door.
Aw.
I don't know if we want to be making a racket though right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to aggressively jiggle the handle. Gabriel. Gabriel, now's the time to wake up.
Do I hear this?
Yes, you do. You are a light
Careful, he'll
sleeper.
come out swinging.
Gabriel,
All
now's
right.
the time for a minute of action.
Oh, fuck. Rolls out of bed, makes a point not to put on armor, flips the cloak on, puts the mask on, grabs the his round shield that's purple with the yellow crescent moon on it, pulls his hair, his steel-colored hair back, pulls the sword out of the sheath, just unlocks the door, kicks it open. Let's go.
Giles kind of like leans over and starts like popping at the back of his head until Pip comes out and sends him down to the bar to kind of check out what's happening.
Okay, looking
See if
through
there's
his
anything.
eyes. He flits out down into the bar. There's no one in the bar. It looks like Alyssa and Tom both went to bed. You can see there's a door in the corner with an iron bar down across it.
Okay,
Presumably their bedroom.
Can I just say during like while we're running around, I'm gonna keep Pip like, I don't know, like 30 or 40 feet ahead of us just to make sure there's nothing right around the corner and stuff like that.
Sure. Do you want to send him outside, or are you just keeping him in the building? Try out.
Right now I'm keeping him in the building until we decide whether we're gonna go out or not.
Okay. There is currently nothing in the building, but you can see the shadows of the goblins like under the door frame.
Okay.
It looks like they're testing their luck with the door, but don't seem to be having any.
Anybody else?
I'm ready to go. Like, it's go time. People are
Yes.
getting hurt by these goblins. It's go time.
Yeah, I'm just taking one last look over my spells.
I would really not like if the stable people we met were killed tonight, so they seemed pretty nice.
They seem
Oh, or
nice.
those people in the church.
Oh well.
Oh
eh.
dang it! I broke the
The
door. The
longer
window was
we
halfway in.
wait, the more
That's
likely they are.
true. Actually, that is a good point.
Oh shoot, we should get to the church. If they die,
Yeah, let's
go to
that's
the
our
church,
fault, And I
guys.
lied, and I feel bad. Let's go.
Let's
On
let's
holy
go to the
ground.
church to stop this unavoidable mistake for her birthday.
It's totally unavoidable, unfortunate happening.
I will take out both of my battle hand axe kind of things, and kind of start sharpening them on each other, kind of nervously as we walk down the stairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready my flask of natural gas to get ready to kick open the door and kind of throw out my spell.
Alrighty. Everyone roll for initiative, please.
Oh, I was gonna
Oh,
say
hell
before we
yeah.
go into combat.
Yes.
Before we go into combat, Gabriel will take his sword, hold it straight up. Wind of the North, carry me, and he'll get surrounded by like cold wind as I cast Zephyr Strike.
Nice.
Ooh.
Why is it
Okay.
so cold in here?
Don't ask
He does
questions.
it. It's always him.
This guy's kind of weird.
Tell me about it.
Passing wind.
that
So
is a
everyone, initiative, please.
15.
15.
10.
You can go first, Bellinor. That's fine.
Thank you.
13.
18.
Ooh, is this a
Damn.
map?
Is this?
Ten.
The turn order thingy.
I see weird goblin things.
The
in the
turn
I
order
see
thingy
gobos.
is. Oh, I can't do it.
It should be on the bottom. It's like a little clock.
I see it.
We need that roll
You
20
got it.
seminar, Alex.
Working on it. It's
Yes,
on my
please.
to-do list. It's on my to-do list.
Thanks, King Jax.
Oh, I need a token. Shoot.
Oh, beans.
I'll
Did
just,
you not do it?
I'll just use my standard.
Here, I will add myself to the turn order.
I'm
Uh-oh.
the cool one.
How do I do this?
How do you add yourself?
You have to
So-
roll.
I just roll and then
So
adjust it.
I would
Manage
recommend
roll.
just doing it on paper for now. I'm figuring it out later.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
I never
Yep,
use
sorry.
anything.
It's fine.
Who was
Who
the
got the
mystery
highest
shape
roll?
person? I think that was me.
I'm the
Yeah, that was
mystery
you with the
shit.
18.
18. Look at you.
Yeah, look at you.
With my +3.
Lilavati is going first. Who's next?
Me and
Not me.
Gabriel tied at 15.
But I said Bellinor could go first.
So
Okay,
me.
Bellinor.
Bellinor.
What a good
Robin's got a
fantasy name,
14.
Chris.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's such a great name,
Very good.
Bellinor.
It's close to my favorite Lord of the Rings character.
Hey.
Sam, what did you
Enjoy
get?
your deep dive.
10.
I got a 13, so
Boy.
I'm a...
I know, I'm like, which
Giles.
one?
And Eglantine.
Chris,
All right.
I'm glad you put more thought into your character's name than mine. I just kind of punched in names until I saw one. I'm like, yeah, that one sounds good.
Cool D&D name.
I was on fantasy name generator.
Yep.
Don't judge me.
Look, that site is great.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very. I've used it. It's really good.
Oh, yeah.
They have a Gelfling name generator, apparently. It's a lifesaver.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So we are now in combat. Lilavati, you are up first.
Oh, it's our first combat.
Okay, so
Oh.
can you please set the scene for me? Are we in
Right.
like the main room of the tavern? Are we out on the streets? Where are
So-
we?
All of you are still in the hallway upstairs. You have been freshly woken up. There are goblins, sort of, maybe, in the street below you, ransacking the houses. As of yet, you haven't heard anyone screaming or anything like that, and there is that distant singing coming from the coast. All the doors and windows downstairs are locked.
So we're fine.
Yeah, guys. My thought is if we go out the front door, then we're exposing what's her face that I promised her name I wouldn't forget. Alyssa. We're exposing Alyssa and her family to these creatures. Should we try to go out a window?
We could go up to the roof and drop down on them.
Do we have to go that high?
I already
Well,
played
we
one
could try.
So athletic.
Yeah, how high up are we? How high up is the second floor? Like 10 feet?
You guys are on the third floor.
Third floor?
Oh,
Oh,
look at
no.
that. It's a big
Well, that's
fucking
asking
inn.
too much.
How about the front door? I like the front door.
Yeah, just kidding. I forgot how many flights of stairs we climbed up. Last night's a little hazy. I'm going. I will
A lot of
head
that
off.
elderflower wine.
Yeah, I will power walk down the stairs.
Okay.
I would say roughly 60 feet.
Yeah, I mean, like, you all can just go downstairs. The goblins are gonna continue doing goblin things.
Okay.
Does it seem like one group of goblins, or like do
It
we
does seem
see
like a-
multiple?
There's a large group of goblins, about 12 or so, and it seems like 5 of them have broken off to try and break into the inn, while the others are going about ransacking the rest of the town.
Okay.
I will, behind the bar, take a quick sip of ale. And then,
My guy.
and then go
Sail.
outside. What?
Okay, the
You're
door
gonna
is
open
locked.
the door and let them in?
Oh, I
The
say we
door
go outside.
again is locked.
The door is
Bash it
locked.
down.
So
Bash it
Rip
down.
it open.
We
yeah,
have
but-
keys, guys.
I
we
know
have
we're in
keys.
initiative, but I can also pick the lock if the keys don't work. I suppose we have keys though, so there's no reason for me to
Just
do
That's
that.
true.
I'm
We
gonna try
don't
the
actually
keys.
know what the key is for, so
Try
let's
the
try
keys.
Bash
that.
it down. Bash it down.
On the front of bashing it down, there is a doorstop under the door, a padlock, a normal lock, a deadbolt, and a latch.
Oh, geez,
So,
we're gonna be
lot
here all
of-
night.
lot of lock picking.
Okay,
well,
I kick
some
it.
you can just like
Deadbolt, latch,
Yeah,
shine
it's to keep
keys
things
in the
out,
doors.
not us in.
I'm so
Like-
tempted to break another window right now.
No.
No, we're so destructive.
We all take a turn unlocking a lock. Just
That's how we all
The-
spend our action.
And
the
by
small
dawn's
iron
by
key
dawn
does
break,
work on
we
the
made it
large
out.
iron padlock.
Hey.
Okay, what about the other lock?
That one needs the in key, which none of you have.
I would like to pick it, please.
Make a thieves' tools check.
Cool. Thieves' tools. That's I can't see it. That's something.
9.
9. No, sir. Your thieves'
Oh no.
tool, it like bends, and you have to pull it out and start trying to fix it. And you're like, I'll fix it later.
oh shit. Well,
This is a good lock,
Okay.
guys. Or sorry.
Windows?
Sad.
This is a
Windows
good lock.
upstairs?
I
Windows.
suppose.
do you want me to kick the door?
Just kick it down.
No, let
I
me
kicked the
not do it
door.
all.
I kicked the door.
I'm for
Check.
this.
Stop him.
We're both like, no!
You two make dexterity checks. You make a strength check.
Both of us make a dex. Who's trying
Oh.
to
Yeah,
stop
see if
him?
you can grab them.
Yeah.
Do you just
Oh,
want to?
16.
Okay. Never mind.
I already rolled. Sorry.
Oh, that's a save. No, it was a decent roll.
25.
Hey, you know it's funny. 25.
Hey, I'm consistent.
Okay, well,
No,
19.
I suspect neither of those are as high as the 25.
No.
So they grab your arms, but you barely notice them. You like, pick them off the floor a little bit and you lean back.
Why are you holding on to
Down.
me?
Bang! And swings open. And the goblins tore inside. And they just like lunge at you with their claws. Lilavati, you're up first.
Kick his ass.
I am gonna I'm going to make a startled, undignified noise, pull my rapier, and poke one.
Roll to hit.
We'll see how this goes.
Was that your battle cry? That was a little weak.
21 to hit.
That hits.
I do a whopping 3 points of piercing damage.
All right. It makes a very unpleasant squealing sound and slashes at your face. Bellinor, you're up.
Get him. Get him.
Well, with my bonus action, I will say ancestors guide me, and I will rage.
What does it look
I
like?
feel like
What does
a
it look
hand-
like?
My teal tattoos spread all the way up into my face and kind of go over my eyes and on the eyelids. And they kind of look more like veins now instead of tattoos.
You feel like a cold hand on your shoulder as Moraine shimmers into view behind you.
I forgot. This is the worst part. I'll take my attacks.
Yep, go for it.
Or my one attack, I guess. I'm level 3.
Are you hitting a new one or the same one that the Levati
I
hit?
will hit the same one, and that is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Sick. I don't have the right dice. That's 9 plus 2, 11.
You take its head off.
Nice.
This is why I'm the leader. And then normally I would attack with my bonus action, but I used it, so that is it.
Okay. Gabriel, you're up. Your
I'm
friend
gonna-
has just decapitated something that looks kind of like a goblin.
Mad respect. I'm gonna do one. I can't invoke opportunity attack, so I'm gonna run. Yeah, I'm gonna like the wind, and then I'm gonna use a bonus action and kind of like take my sword out as it becomes wreathed in this crackling energy, because I'm using my planar warrior ability, and I'm also gonna use my my Zephyr Strike. Bullshit.
Broken.
This is a lot.
There's a lot happening.
And that is a
24. Okay.
Jeez.
Their AC is 15, you guys.
1d8.
Be cool.
1d8. Okay, yep, some 3d8 damage total. Oh, Jesus, I dropped a die. Whatever. Onward and upward to better things. 12, 17, oh God, why am I struggling? 25 points of damage.
Oh my! You just you take your sword and just
Damn.
right between the shoulder blades, and there's this horrible crack and a squelch, and it slowly slides off your blade and into the ground.
See that, Bellador? That's how it's done.
I did the same thing like a second ago.
Okay, the goblins are all going to turn on Gabriel, who just handily destroyed one of their friends. The first one rolls badly. That's only a 13. That will not hit. So
No.
it lunges for your face, but its claws just clink off the edge of your mask.
I like to
Another
imagine
just-
I'm using my shield to hold it back. Like, no.
Another strikes at you, but runs into its friend, and they fall into like a ball of scratching claws. And if you listen, something about the way they're squalling at each other sounds odd. You know goblins are capable of language. They have a language of their own. They're not using it. And the last one also just leaps over its friends and hits for a 22. Does
Yeah,
that
that'll hit. Yeah, that'll hit.
And does 5 points of damage.
Okay, yeah, this is good. That's fine.
Okay. Giles, you're up.
Okay, Giles, can I get somewhere that's within like 5 feet of a friend and one of the creatures?
Yes.
For
With-
I'm essentially asking if I can get us in sneak attack position.
Yeah,
Uh,
you can.
Then I'm going to get into sneak attack position and sneak attack.
Roll to hit.
Okay, and I'm using my short sword, by the way, which I have two
Okay.
of. So
Quick reminder, you all are still inside the bar. They like tackled you, so you're all kind of clustered around the doorway in the inn.
okay. So that's a 20.
That hits.
Okay, and I roll for 10 damage. It says yes,
Yes.
or am I rolling to attack again?
No, that you hit, and that did
Hold
10
on.
damage.
Hold on.
Roll 20 is fun.
Yes,
Wait, what are you attacking with?
a short
He
sword.
attacked
Sword.
with his short sword. Yes, that you rolled to attack twice, but it's fine. Oh,
Oh, okay.
you
No, you're
no,
rolling
you
to hit
rolled with
again.
2
Yeah.
short swords.
Yeah, you gotta click the short sword bit.
It's okay. Just roll
Oh,
your
There you go.
eight damage.
D6.
8 damage. There we
8
go.
damage. Okay, that is still enough. You
And-
you put your sword right through the back of its skull.
And I can do a bonus action attack since short swords are light.
Dual wielding, go for it.
Okay. Should I?
You do not get sneak attack on this because this is your
Okay.
second attack.
Then should I let the second roll stand or just roll again?
You can roll again.
That's a 10.
No, that misses. It manages to just duck out of the way.
Okay.
Eglantine, you're up.
Okay, so we've got 3 of these gobos left. I'm going to...
2 left. 2 left. I forgot.
Oh,
to
there's
delete
2
one.
of them left. Okay.
I forgot to roll for sneak attack. It's okay.
Doesn't matter. You killed him anyway.
Let's see. Then I'm going to... Gabriel, you're not wearing your armor, right?
No.
All right, so for my bonus action, I'm going to Shield of Faith. Gabriel, that's going to be a +2 to your AC.
Okay, thank you.
And then I'm going to Toll the Dead on one of the injured goblins. So
Okay, is that a
gonna
save
wisdom.
on my end?
Yeah, wisdom save.
You might be shocked to find they're not very good at this. That's an 8.
An 8 will fail, so it's going to be 1d12 of damage. It's 8 necrotic.
Its head explodes.
Ah, gross.
Oof, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
splatters
and
your
like, he goes,
nice
"Bleh."
nightgown. Some greenish goo.
That's
Very
never going to
unpleasant.
come out.
I have
it's-
a great stain remover. It's fine.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Lilavati?
Yeah, it's just the one, right?
Yup.
everybody's been kicking a lot of ass. Is this? It looks like I'm not actually within reach of it. Is that correct, or is it up on me?
It's basically like trying to get in between your feet and claw. You're just the whole group's causing mayhem, so you can get to it.
Well, my thought was, can I get away from it without provoking, or is it actually? Should we?
The way
actually do anyone here?
The way you're standing with whoever's beside you, you can get out of range.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I think you guys have this, and I'm gonna take a nice, roughly 5-foot step back and just quietly scootaloo behind one of the beefier boys.
Beefy
All right.
boys.
Yeah, and that will from back here, a little out of the chaos. I want to look outside. What is it looking like out there?
It looks like the other small collection of goblins has reconvened in the center and are all kind of spitting at each other. Looks like a couple of them are holding things, and it looks like weird things, like a pot from the kitchen and like a shred of curtain or something. None of it looks to be particularly valuable.
Okay, for now, I'm going to actually loop around and try to just shut the door. Like, grab it and pull it back shut. behind this
Okay, make a
goblin while we
dexterity
slaughter
check.
it. No, I don't want to. Where are you, Dex? Go 7.
You try and you stumble over one of these trailing limbs from one of the fallen goblins, and you don't quite get there in time.
Am I on the ground, or did I
No,
just
you're
trip a
still
little?
standing. You just like skidded in a little bit of gore.
Ah,
had to-
great,
Get your balance back.
fantastic.
Bellinor, you notice Lilavati kind of edging around and going for the door, and there's one less. It looks almost rabid the way it's attacking you guys. Like, you look into its like faintly reflective eyes, and there's not a whole lot of intelligence happening in there.
Well, I almost feel bad. I'm gonna attack it.
Okay,
I'm gonna
Roll
go
the hit.
reckless as well.
Oh, he a reckless boy.
Yeah, that's 21.
that hits.
Okay, and that's 7 plus 4 plus 2 is
That kills it.
13 damage. I will take both of my axes and kind of put it behind its head and just plop it right off.
Yep,
And
just-
right at Gabriel.
it flies into Gabriel's face and kind of hits him in the chest, and
Oh, sorry, that's 2-1, by the way, for those keeping score.
Oh, we're doing that juvenile thing now.
Oh, juvenile, no.
All right. all the you have a small pile of dead and dismembered goblins at your feet. The door is still slightly open. What would you like to do?
I end my rage as soon as possible. Like, the second I kill a goblin. I don't want to turn around or anything. I end that immediately.
Moraine swears briefly and then vanishes.
See, that wasn't so bad.
You said that these goblins seemed off, so now that there's some like nearby, I'd like to try to do like a medicine check to see what's going on with these creatures.
Okay, roll for it.
Or, you know, whatever you think is reasonable if something
Medicine
else
works.
fits.
Could be religion.
21
All right, you look at
for
them.
either.
They are completely hairless all over. They look almost emaciated. Again, like someone grabbed a goblin and stretched it out. And there's a strange, like, dark bluish hue to their flesh. Like, even when they've been cut open, their blood isn't red like it should be. It's slightly purple, and it has discolored their skin as well. And their teeth are long and jagged, and they're covered in little cuts and bruises. Like, they haven't been taking care of themselves at all. And some of
Right.
them look like it's been inflicted by other goblins. Their head looks a little bit oversized for their bodies, and their limbs are almost bent. And you look at them and you feel slightly nauseous. There's some kind of aura around them that smells nauseating. And when you inhale, you smell blood, but you also smell like a bog, like sulfur.
Okay. I don't know what's wrong with them, but there's something really not right here. I've never seen anything that looks like this, and this isn't what goblins are like. But I don't know what else this would be. Has anybody seen anything like this before?
Can I? Okay, so based off of her description, can I now do like a kind of? I don't know if this would be an extension of the other one, but a history check or something to see if I recognize this.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you've never seen this before.
Okay.
None of us.
Does it
Nope,
look like?
not
Can
familiar.
I tell if it looks like a diseased condition or something that was like inflicted?
Make an Arcana check.
An Arcana check.
Actually, Gabriel, make a history check.
Oh,
Instead of my Arcana check, or in addition to?
In addition to, this is a very different thing.
Gabriel's making a
19.
history check.
19.
19 Arcana.
It's not a disease. It is
Okay.
something magic.
Okay.
Something did this to them intentionally.
All right.
Okay.
17?
You have heard in your history with the Grey Watch that especially before civilization was really founded in Azmayara, this during the war especially, there were certain rituals and black magic that some of the abyssal gods would use to
Oh,
turn
joy.
creatures into their servants.
This is most likely the work of a dark ritual. This is not good.
It's the work of something for sure. I mean, this didn't just happen. Something or someone did this to these creatures.
Gabriel's bending down, kind of picking up goblin limbs and just kind of looking at them. Yeah, this is most likely the work of someone who knows the forbidden arts, perhaps in league with a cult of an abyssal god of some kind.
Something that we could
whatever
be
it is,
getting.
they're obviously being controlled.
What was
Sorry,
that?
what were you saying, Megan?
Oh, I
I
was just
didn't-
gonna say if it's like a dark ritual and there's some kind of a cult, I think there's still hope for my initiation theory.
We're doing it.
I'm
Well,
holding
whoever
on
this-
to it.
Whoever the Z is better show themselves in fucking quick, because I'm not gonna stick around to play the guessing game much longer.
Well, unless whoever was gonna come visit us gets eaten by these things before morning.
Speaking of these things,
Did
did
we
you want
wanna-
to go? Yeah, see the ones out in the city center, town square.
Really like to go check on the church.
Yeah.
To make sure they're okay there. That window
Yeah.
was broken.
Why don't you all go get your armor on first? You look a little unprotected.
I don't know if we have time.
No time, I'll be fine.
All right.
This
well, don't
might
come
help you
crying to
make your
Bellinor.
decision. As you peek out the door, it looks like there's only a handful of goblins left. They're holding all sorts of like random household. One is holding like a floorboard, a handful of nails, like not valuable things. But they have all reconvened to the center of town and look to be leaving.
About how far away are they?
80 feet.
I'm gonna hunter's mark one of them.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna like kind of like open up a pouch. Let's see, what are the components of this bad boy? It's just verbal. He's gonna say, ahem. Hold on, I gotta get that god's name here. Steinbjorn, guide our hunts.
That's a
And-
dope name.
I'm marking one of the goblins so we can track them.
Okay. Do you feel the magic take place?
Yes.
Giles rolls his eyes, and he's actually going to do something kind of similar. He's going to try to, without them noticing, put Pip on one of their shoulders or something.
You don't even have to bother with them not noticing. Pip gets within a foot of one and it goes,
Did they kill Pip?
nope, they just grabbed him and it's holding him. He's gonna take him.
Oh, well, that works, I guess.
Same difference, right?
Okay.
Did you
They-
need that?
Well, we'll be able to find them.
We want to go check on the temple in the meantime.
Indeed, I'm gonna go grab my armor, I suppose, while we do so.
Yeah.
Does
same.
anybody have like a glass eye or something? I kind of need like something.
Looks at pull fingers around through pouch. Here's an eye patch.
I
Not
begrudgingly
much.
put it in.
It's not much, but it'll do.
I like the thought that you just have an eye patch.
Hey, you know,
Okay.
you get weird eye things when you're out in the wilderness.
Eye things.
It's valid.
Sure.
So the goblins have run off with their strange treasure.
Weirdos. Are we taking time to put armor on, or are we gonna go
Yeah.
to the church?
I
I
mean,
think so.
I'm gonna grab my armor and put it on the way.
Okay. Yeah, it takes about, if you're putting it on while you walk, like 5 to 8 minutes to get all your stuff assembled and pull it on. And by the time y'all are ready, you're basically at the church. It's not far away.
How are they looking? Is that window still broken, or?
The window is still broken and there are claw marks around it, like maybe something climbed up and in.
I want to start heading in to see if there's like people hurt or anything.
I check the door handle.
Oh, now you check
Now you check the door.
It is locked, but a second after you check it, it flies open and you find a sword at your throat.
I didn't break anything this time.
It is light in the sky, and she looks briefly surprised and then apologetic. I'm so sorry. I thought you were more of those things. Normally, they can't get into the church because of our protections, but with the window,
Way to go, Giles.
It
Way to
didn't
go.
necessarily. It wasn't. It could have been any number of things, really.
no, they climbed in through the window.
We wanted. We just wanted to. I can't even say. We wanted to make sure that you were okay if that did happen. So was
We-
anybody hurt?
Thank you for your concern. We are all right. Between myself and Clara and Amanda, we were able to take care of ourselves.
Okay, that's great. Has this happened a lot? Is this part of all of the people missing, or is this just something that happens here?
No, this was the start of it. Before the music and the disappearances, they came and they started stealing things. At first, it was things of value and silver from the blacksmith shop, tools from the cobbler, things of that nature. But as it went on and there were less and less valuable things to steal, they would just take anything. Roof shingles, lawn ornaments, anything.
Is there anyone else in town that we should check on?
It's just the four of us left, I believe. Myself, Erin, Alyssa, and Tom, and of course my two guests, but they will be gone in the morning and they're fine.
All right.
I'm gonna throw it out there. Did anyone else hear the music? Because I heard a song.
I didn't hear shit.
Yeah,
Nope,
I heard it.
Didn't hear anything.
Okay,
Light in
well,
the Sky looks horrified. You heard the singing?
Yes.
Then you should leave. Because if you continue to hear the singing, it will draw you out, and no one will ever see you again.
That doesn't sound
I
so bad.
didn't hear anything.
Well,
I
I don't think we're going to be staying here very long, right? We're having that meeting, and then presumably we'll be on our way to whatever.
I think that's a good idea. How do you feel? Is it just Felinor and I can't remember your freaking elf name.
Lilavati.
Lilavati, who heard the singing, right? It was just the two of you.
Yeah,
The
I
elves.
start walking off into the distance without saying a word. Then I turn around. Just kidding. I'm fine.
Oh, okay,
Alright,
that's
you-
not so funny right now. Time and place, read the room.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Thank you. Yes, yeah. Elf thing.
Well-
So, you both feel mostly fine, but there's just a lingering sense of melancholy. You're a little bit lonely.
What did it sound like to you, Belenor? Did it sound familiar?
Did it sound familiar to me? I didn't ask. I forgot.
It not that it sounded familiar. It's more when you heard it, you thought of the days back home when your clan would sing around the fire, and it sounded like home.
Well, I don't want to have secrets with my new friends, but it did sound, it made me feel nostalgic about home, yes. Besides that, I don't necessarily recognize the song as much as the feeling it gave off.
Okay.
Did you
I
have a
could see
similar
that.
experience?
I could swear it sounded like my mother's voice, honestly, but it might just have been about the experience. If this is something magical, maybe it's designed to evoke that feeling, drawing you out.
Do you still hear it?
No, it stopped by now.
No.
No.
Perhaps following these goblins will give us some more answers.
Could you tell where it was coming from? What direction?
Yes, it came from the coast.
Does that seem to be the direction that these goblins are heading towards?
Yep.
Oh, well, maybe following them isn't a bad idea. Unless we want to just wait till morning and our meeting.
How much do
How
we know
long,
about this Z?
Yeah.
We don't
Perhaps
know
this is like a test, and we are supposed to go kill all the goblins, and then Z is really proud of us and gives us tons of money and fame.
Like an initiation.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah. I'm
I'm-
not sure what to
I-
do.
Yeah, I could go either way, honestly. I think it seems very dangerous to just go traipsing off after a siren song. But at the same time, I don't know, they don't seem very tough. Maybe we could actually take care of this town's problem.
I think we could probably beat them.
How long is it until daytime now? Is it like getting
It's
light
about
out?
midnight now.
Oh, okay, so it's like super middle of the night then.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I guess we could at least try to follow them, see where they're going.
And
Yeah.
how many were there, approximately?
At first there were about 12. You killed 5 of them, and it looks like they killed another 1. So 6.
Oh, we can definitely take out 6 of them.
Indeed.
Yeah, but we can't necessarily take out what's been controlling them.
Well, maybe we should at least just try to follow them back to wherever they're going. Maybe we'll be able to hear the singing. Maybe we'll be able to find it.
I mean, I think this is a decent idea the more I think about it. If nothing else, if it's true that if you hear the song enough, you get drawn toward it anyway, then now would be a good time to investigate before we've heard too much of it. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I do want my eye back.
Oh, that's true. They do have
Oh.
your eye.
Where'd your
Oh,
eye
can
go?
you see anything?
No. I'm not. I still have one eye. I can still see out of the one eye.
Right. I mean, can you see where they are?
It
with-
doesn't work this far away. If I get
Oh.
close enough, I can.
Okay. Can you find it? Like,
I
can you
will-
sense where it
hold
is?
on. Maybe. Let me check. Not that I can see here. I'll relay that. I'll be able to tell where he is if I can get close enough to him to be able to see through his eyes, see through his senses. But as it is, not right now.
I can still track them.
Well, then we should probably, if we're gonna follow them, we should probably go before their
Yes.
trail gets cold, or more of them show up, or.
Yes, I have a limited amount of time before Steinbjorn's guidance goes away.
Light in the sky pipes up. If it would speed your journey, there are horses in the stable. Aaron, would let you borrow them?
Yes. That would be wonderful. Thank you so much.
I say we do it.
Of course.
My suggestion would be we use the horses till we get close and then approach on foot. We don't want to alert whatever is singing this tune to our presence.
Styles,
Probably a good idea.
can you ride on a horse, or do you need something smaller, like a pony, or a dog, big dog?
That's at you, Giles. I don't ride big dogs.
I can't make anything that big. I can make I can make a small clockwork rat.
All right, you
I'm
can
just-
ride. You can ride with me if need be. All right.
Well, then who will Eggy ride with?
I can ride on my own, thank you.
All right, all right.
My name is Eglantine. I give Gabe like a dirty look for giving that name idea to everybody.
You can't change your name halfway through an adventure. It's not fair.
You may call me Belle one time in return.
All right.
Oh, just once? Okay. I'll save
I
it
actually
then.
kind of like the name, but whatever.
Also,
Kinda.
sorry, I got a bit distracted. I was checking the Find Familiar stats. I can
you're
see
good.
within 100 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess those goblins are out of that range.
Yep.
Yep.
Probably. All right, so we're gonna get some horsies.
You head over to the stable where you were earlier, where you encountered Tom. You knock on the door, and it takes a while for someone to answer. You hear like a muffled voice through the door say, "Hello,
Hello, Tom. It is us, the five.
I'm Aaron."
Oh, hello, Aaron. It is us, the five.
You hear a long series of like click, clunk, and like a young man peeks out from behind the door frame.
Where's Tom?
He's at the inn with his wife.
All right,
I
we're
run
here,
the
to,
stable.
we're here to borrow some horses.
Do you have permission?
Yeah, Temple told us we could.
Light in the sky, yeah. Yeah, come in. He opens the door wider. Make sure once you're all in to close it, lock it.
Look, we
Take
don't
you
have
back.
a lot of time. Time is kind of the essence here.
Yeah, please stop locking and unlocking the door. It's gonna take forever.
Well, I'm sorry if I don't want to get burgled or murdered in my bed. Yeah, we've only got 4 horses. Clara, Amanda's, my own, and Light in the Skies.
All right, Giles, you're with me then.
He leads you into the stable where there's 2 mares, a gelding. Nope, sorry, I lied. 3 mares and a gelding waiting for you guys.
I don't know what any of that means.
2 lady horses, or wait, 3 lady horses,
lady
and a
horses.
male horse that has been calmed through removal.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
I knew the 3
organs.
lady horses part. That last part, okay. You'll snip, snip. You got it.
Here,
snip, snip, snip.
do any of you know how to
Removal.
tack a horse?
I could probably figure it out.
I feel
All right,
like,
here.
yeah. I feel like, yeah.
Grab those saddle skirts. Let's go. And he starts saddling up the horses, teaching you how to do up the girths and put all the reins and stuff in place. Takes about 45 minutes.
Jesus, I'm gonna run out of my spell here. That's it. Bareback.
I'll get up
I have
on
no
one
idea how to ride a horse.
one of the horses and I'll be like, "Look, Eglantine, it's like your book," and I will post.
I'll hop on the back with him, complete the pose.
Oh,
Being the half of the
God.
part of it.
I
Okay.
love it. Eglantine is blushing so hard.
See, it is nice. All right, well, we gotta
Gabriel's eyes have rolled so far back he can see his brain.
All right. All of you get a horse. Giles is riding with Belenor. You set out in the direction of the Hunter's Mark. Do we want to take a break here or keep going?
Keep going. Is my
Let's keep going. All right.
It's fine with me.
It takes you about 10 hours.
What? My hunter's mark's way
Whoa.
gone at that point.
Yeah, it's super gone. You get by the time dawn comes, about, let's see, you left around 1, so 7-ish hours later of riding, dawn comes and you see you're about like 3 or 4 hours from the coast, and that seems to be where they've gone. That was the sense you got when your hunter's mark wore off.
Okay. So I would like to know when I can sense my little beetle again. I know that's not going to be until we get pretty close.
I will let you know.
Well, do we want to keep going? I didn't realize it was going to be so far if we want to have that meeting or not. I mean, I guess they're a seer, so maybe they already know. Eglantine's kind of getting lost in her head thinking about that.
What is a seer exactly? Would I like know?
From what you have learned at the Grey Watch, a seer is someone who is blessed at birth by Emriel and has an uncanny knowledge of the world. So They get small glimpses of the future. Sometimes they give prophecies. Sometimes they just always know the truth. It depends from seer to seer.
Okay.
How long have we been riding? Does anybody have any idea? It feels like it's
You've
been
been riding
long.
for about 6 hours. I got my estimate wrong. It's closer to 8 hours from the
Hunter's
coast.
Mark's still gone.
Yeah,
Right?
still
Just for an hour. Yeah, Hunter's Mark only lasts for an hour if you.
I
can't
know.
use
I'm
first
so bummed. I
level.
feel like I wasted a spell slot.
Here's
Oh,
my thought. I thought we were close, but we've been riding for so long. At this point, if we turn around and go back, we'll probably miss the meeting anyway.
Ugh, fuck.
guess
I think we're
that's
committed.
true. Okay, well, we need to get Giles' eye back anyway.
Seer will know. They're Seer. They'll know better.
I mean, it actually doesn't seem too unreasonable. They might.
Hey, sorry we're late. We were just saving your pathetic town. Doesn't seem like a bad excuse.
Well, then I guess we should keep going. It's just gonna keep getting lighter out. Maybe it'll be easier to deal with these things in the daytime too. Who knows?
Maybe.
All right. So you keep riding. It's a very easy ride. You're probably going a little bit slower than your typical riding group, but that's because you're trying to follow the tracks, trying to follow the Hunter's Mark, trying not to get lost. It's just a grassy plain, basically all the way to the cliff.
I'll attempt to track the goblins to make sure we're still going in the right direction.
Okay, roll a nature check.
Can I make a survival check instead?
Survival, that's the one.
That's the one.
12.
Yes, that's
Yeah. They're not particularly stealthy. The ground here is fairly soft, so they leave some pretty obvious footprints.
All right. Just checking ground. Yeah, they're still heading in this direction.
Okay, you keep riding. You ride for about another hour and a half. And you arrive on the edge of the coast. Sorry, I had an alert on my computer. The ground drops sharply away, leaving nothing but brilliant blue ocean stretching out as far as your eyes can see. The breeze is warm and laden with salt, the waves crashing against the sheer white cliffs. Seabirds wheel and call below you. There is a narrow, steep path that winds down the side of the cliff to the thin strip of rocky shore below. The horses absolutely refuse to go down it. It's far too narrow for them, but you guys can make it on foot. Do you want to try and go that way? We'll try and find another way down.
Yeah, is there something we can like secure the horses to? Because I don't want to leave the people in the town stranded without their horses if we don't
Yeah,
bring them back.
Yeah,
That's dick move.
Gabriel would know how to hobble a horse, so they're not going to wander away.
I'm like tying a really bad knot, and he has to fix it.
Gabriel, would you like to lead the way? You seem to be knowing what's going on.
Yeah, I'll lead the way down.
Okay. It's not too hard. There's a couple close calls with some of the less graceful members of the party, but it does look like people have used this path before. It is a walking path, even if it's kind of narrow. You make it down to the stone shore and it crunches under your feet. And the seabirds circle ahead. There's a variety. There's sandpipers and seagulls, and they're all watching you kind of warily, like, are they food? Can we eat them? But they're far too small. The sea spray is cool against your face as you confront the cliff. It is pockmarked with caves. There are caves everywhere. Some are tiny, like the size of your fist, and some are big enough for a bear to go through. If someone wants to make another survival check to see if they can figure out where the goblins went.
This is my
Vote the
song, too.
ranger.
Ranger, go ahead.
Can I assist him?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
Unfortunately, we're not not in the forest right now.
Nope.
Nat 20.
Yeah!
For a total 25.
Easy as pie. There
Sand
are
makes easy tracks. Pfft.
yeah, it should. Well, it's not a sandy beach; it's a stone beach. But
Were they like dropping shit on the way over to the cave?
they were like overturning stones. You can see scratch marks in them.
Yeah, these goblins aren't cautious at all. They don't.
Yeah. it leads to a small cave on the left. There are some scuff marks on the stone where they've either clawed their way through the entrance or dragged something heavy through it. And there looks like there's a handful of human footprints as well.
Oh.
I'll do the old hand comes up from out of the cloak. We've got humanoids here as well. It's not just goblins. Perhaps my initial theory was correct. Perhaps Lilavati's theory is correct as well. Maybe there is some weird initiation.
Gabriel, looking at these, yeah, you rolled all. Looking at these tracks, there are human tracks that go in.
Okay.
No human tracks come out.
I would also like to remind you that my favorite enemy is Faye.
Good to know.
At this moment.
At this moment, for no reason.
No reason whatsoever, because we mentioned Fae stuff before, sirens and tricksters, and I don't know why I didn't think to say, hey, my favorite enemy's Fae.
Uh-huh. You guys go in?
Hold on. I'm gonna need my eye for this. I summon back my eye.
What's your summoning back range? Can you just do it from wherever?
Oh. I think that might also be within 100 feet of you.
I think it's all within the same range, pretty much.
You're
I'm
still
not
a little
good at
far
this
away.
game.
Five Familiar's got a lot going on with it.
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys are going in, can I get a marching order?
I'll go first, I suppose. Or do we want to put Big Boy at first?
I can go first. It doesn't matter.
I'm going behind Bellinor. Non-negotiable.
We all have dark vision, I think, too, right?
I have dark vision.
I'm just checking, because I mean, I
No, I'm just
make
kidding around.
light, but
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird that Nazimar can make light, but hey, I have dark vision. What up?
Flavor.
Divinity.
I'll go somewhere in the middle of the pack, I guess.
Okay.
I'd like to be toward the back and moving quietly.
Yeah, can we stealth?
Yeah, sure. Roll stealth checks all around, please.
Checks all around.
Oh,
Oh,
you
I
guys
rolled
ain't-
good. I get those at disadvantage because
Y'all ain't gonna like what I got.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
But I rolled.
That's one.
Oh, no.
Aw.
I rolled a 12.
Yes,
18.
yes.
I got 17 with disadvantage.
Oh, there you go.
Bellinor got a
Scale mail.
12. Giles, what did you get?
18.
Gabriel got a 1.
That
Eglantine, what did you get?
17. Eglantine looks very proud of herself.
And Lilavati?
Lilavati got a 5 on a nat 1.
I'll get
That's
your name
two
right one
nat
day.
ones.
I swear
Wait,
to God.
what? Oh, God.
It's if you think of Phenomena, right? Do, 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 do.
Do-do-do-do.
It's the same. Oh, sec.
Lilavati.
Lilavati. Do.
Lilavati, okay. Second,
There you go. You'll get it.
That's the best way to remember it.
stress that second syllable there.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Lilavati. Alright. You guys walk into the cave. It's dark. All of you have dark vision, doesn't matter.
I got
But it
Except-
does.
Gabriel moves to investigate something on the wall, and Eglantine immediately trips over the hem of her skirt and slams into him, and they both hit the ground with a giant metal clang.
No.
God!
My
Slain
stone is
it, damn
good,
it!
and I still mess it up.
How many times do I have to tell you to watch with your big clodhoppers where you're walking?
Okay, well,
You
you
say
know
very
what?
loudly.
Oh, he's not being quiet about this. His vitriol for Eglantine makes him throw all caution for
Oh,
this.
she landed quietly. It was your shield that banged against the ground.
He doesn't care.
I will offer him a hand up.
At first I'll be like, and then I'll take it. Thanks.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm very
you
trustworthy.
managed to get to your feet.
So good. Fucking classic.
It's your fault, dude. Yes, so.
Lilavati. As you walk into the cave, your foot catches on something on the ground.
Oh,
And
no.
with a massive crash, a giant door, like a bulwark door, drops down behind you, plunging you all into pitch black.
Oh my. I will
Oh, so
try
we
to
can't see
find the
now?
Lavity and help her up as well.
I'll cast
Yeah,
light on my
just-
shield.
I'm gonna take out my bioluminescent algae and shake it out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
light on the old shield. The crescent moon on the shield is gonna light up like an ethereal green.
There is now a lot of light in this ball.
Yes.
We're gonna blind the motherfucker.
If everybody else pulls out light stuff, I won't bother.
Okay, we've got
But
two
I
light
said it
bulbs going.
first.
No,
Um,
but Sam, the plan is to blind these motherfuckers
Yeah,
when we
we
go
all
through the
switch
door.
over.
It's like clear, flashbang.
Do you guys keep going?
I think that's all we can do.
Yeah. What is our other option?
All right, you keep going, led by Bellinor, going cautiously, I assume.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Bellinor, make an investigation check.
Oh boy, that's a 4.
Your foot lands right on a pressure panel in the floor.
This place is treacherous.
Everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Ah, fun.
Oh.
Let's
Natural
see.
20. Boom.
It's an 8.
16.
Chris, dude, where were these rolls for Krukazel?
It's new character, new dice, man.
Oh God, 11.
Look, now they're all
18.
green.
8.
Oh, hey, I have that set.
This one?
All right, everyone who
Yeah.
rolled less than a 15 takes 5 points of piercing damage.
Ow!
As several crossbow bolts come and slam into you. They're about chest height on Eglantine, so a little bit lower on everybody else. And you think that even if the goblins did trigger this, they'd be too short to be affected by this trap. It is meant for taller beings.
Oh, so I don't even have to move. I'm just like.
No,
what?
you're all good. Everyone gonna make me an investigation check? Somebody? Anybody?
Yeah, I'm good
sure.
at
Is it
that.
everybody or picking a person?
Pick someone.
I got a +5.
Giles, do it.
Yeah, you're
You didn't get
slightly
stabbed,
better
everyone
than
else
me.
is-
Yeah,
Yeah.
go girls.
Okay. 15.
Okay, you managed to find a small mechanism that leads to a string of crossbows in the corner. It's really easy to just unspool it and render it completely inert.
Can I start
Um,
as the thief rogue person? Can I move to the front to look for traps and stuff?
Sure. You get the feeling this trap is more to, again, deter larger creatures and actually kill anybody. Like, if there's any creature looking for shelter in the cave, it's going to get stabbed and not want to be in the cave anymore. And as you keep walking, eventually the tunnel leads to what seems to be a complete dead end. But you can see from the tracks in the floor that it should, in theory, keep going.
Is it an illusion?
You can try and find out.
Why don't you walk into it and figure it out?
Full sprint. Yeah.
You full
How do I-
sprint into the wall, and it shimmers and vanishes,
Let's go.
revealing a large, well-lit tunnel. It's like a almost circular room. Looks like it's been hewn from the rock, and very strange images decorate the walls. Carved into the stone are pictures of great battles and fearsome monsters. A sea serpent the size of a skyscraper dashing a ship to pieces. A creature made of lightning mustering hurricanes. Great waves shattering city walls. All around you are images of death, carved with reverence into the stone. Each horrifying depiction rendered in perfect and loving detail.
Ugh.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Gabriel's gonna use his shield to hold it over. Eglantine, do your thing.
If you want to make a history or a religion check,
Yeah, Eglantine, do your
yes,
thing.
Oh, sure. Now you want me coming around. I see how it fucking is. Not great. That is just a 14.
no, you
Shit.
don't quite recognize them.
What good are you?
Did you roll religion?
What was it? Was religion or history? You said? They're both the same.
Well, I need to know which one you rolled first.
I probably would have rolled history for Eglantine.
Okay, if someone else would like to make a religion check.
Oh, I only got history.
I vote the bard does.
Okay. Don't know if that's what you want, but I can give it the old college try.
Did someone say barbarian? I punch it.
You said religion?
Yes.
All right, my big old +0 here. 10.
You don't recognize them either.
Why am I letting you guys do this? I have like good pluses on this stuff.
Piled in the center corner-ish of the room is a giant pile of treasure ? It looks to be the same kind of stuff that all the goblins were carrying back with them. Some of it maybe was valuable, some of it is like forks, knives.
Well, I guess we found where they're bringing all that stuff.
But why?
And where are they now?
I was just gonna
Also a
ask.
good question. Are the human footprints still going in here?
They walk right around past the treasure and into the next room.
I've got a feeling the treasure's a distraction.
And still no eye?
Still no eye? No,
Yeah.
Actually, yes. Your connection with Pip flickers back into existence.
I say, we're getting close. We're at least within 100 feet. My guess is it's in the next room.
I draw my blade.
You
Yep.
draw your blade.
Hold it in front of me.
Can you see anything yet?
Can I see anything yet?
You can make an investigation check.
I can make
Oh,
it.
boy.
Nice. Okay. What did I get? I can't see it.
21.
21.
Yay! We
In the
rolled
pile,
something real.
in the pile of treasure, you see what looks like vials and maybe a couple of books that could be useful. You also see strung out in the entrance before you a shimmering red,
Is that the spell alarm, perchance?
perchance.
Perchance.
Anybody got an anti-magic shield or something? Can I use my thieves' tools to try to disarm it?
You can certainly try.
I can chop it in half if you want.
Cut it in half.
That seems like not the right thing. I'm like holding out my hand this entire time, like shushing everybody that dares talk. 11.
Not good enough. You try and go to disable it, and it snaps when you touch it, and you hear in the distance the faint tinkle of silver bells.
Knew it was an alarm spell. Okay.
Alrighty.
I say, so good news, I found the alarm spell before we triggered it. Bad news, I triggered it.
I would like to run over to the treasure pile and take cover.
Okay.
Before we do anything crazy, my eyes are gonna like turn like an orange, really like a bright orange as I use detect portal.
Ooh.
And I'm
Okay.
gonna, if there's a planar portal within a mile of us, I know the distance and direction of it.
Nice.
There is not a planar portal within a mile.
All right, there's no other world nonsense going on here. Giles, whatever it is you're trying to do, let us know if it goes poorly. Braces.
It's gone poorly.
I think it already did, yeah.
It's bad.
Oh no.
If everyone would like to roll for initiative, please.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
yay.
More heads.
Cut him in half.
Let's do some.
Oh, come on. Dice. That's a 9.
6.
Oh, would you
Together.
prefer if we roll in roll 20 so it goes into the tracker this time?
Don't have my.
Oh, I don't-
I'm just gonna write it down.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm that guy who doesn't have his sheet in roll 20.
yeah, I don't know if Lucy's even seen my
Yikes,
sheet.
Alex.
16 to 20. Nobody. All right.
Nobody?
10
I
to
could.
15.
14 for Eglantine.
12 for Giles.
Doll.
Damn, we're fucked.
5 to 10.
Eglintine's going first, y'all.
9.
I got a 6.
I'm trying to find new dice because my dice are being shitty tonight.
You gotta
We love
color
a
coordinate.
Got a 7.
All right. Several more of those strange, not goblin things come pouring into the room.
Ah,
The hollow goblins are coming after
Eglantine.
us.
You're up first.
I don't like it. I'm gonna sort of panic and yeah, no, I can't decide if I want to do it yet. Now wait. I'm going to cast Bless for my action. I will bless Bellinor, Gabriel, and Lavati.
Man, it's so nice to be the one receiving buffs.
And that was my main action, so that's gonna be all I can do. I'm just gonna sort of put my shield up and move to the back of the room.
That's plus a
All
D4, right?
Yeah, plus a d4 to attacks and ability checks.
Sick.
You got it.
Sick.
Sam, you want to put? Where do you want me to put your token?
Oh,
Or do you
sorry,
wanna
I
put your
forgot that we were gonna be in here. I'll move
All
it.
good.
Oh, I can just plop myself.
Because I had my sheet like maximized, so I didn't even see the map at first.
No worries.
I said I was up front, so I'll just put myself in line with the others.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sort of step back like into this little nook area.
Nice.
Yeah.
Giles, you're up.
Oh, really? That was quick. I'm.
None of us rolled well.
I'm gonna throw a vial of acid. I think
What's the range on acid splash or whatever you're using?
60 feet.
I believe they're more than 60 feet away. Let me measure.
They are.
Oh, nope, they're within
just
range.
there.
Just kidding.
Nice. And I can hit 2 of them with that. So I believe they need to make dex. They need to make dex saves. Saves? Yes, that.
Dex save
Beautiful.
it. It's a 9.
9. Nope, that's not quite gonna do
And a natural 1.
it. Neither of those are quite gonna do it.
Yikes.
So that's a D6, which let me just. I'm having trouble with this application.
You're all good.
We all do.
3. Is that 3 for both of them?
I'm gonna roll 2 separate ones just for funsies.
Okay.
3 and 6.
Oh,
Oh.
one of them gets splashed full in the face.
And then
Um,
I have cunning action, so can I hide?
Yes. you can.
Okay, is that stealth?
Stealth check. Yep.
Thank you.
Rogues.
20.
Oh, nice. Yep, you
Rogues are
vanish
so good.
into this maze of treasure. Goblin's turn. They're just gonna run further into the room.
Gabriel will tighten the grip on his blade.
And the 2 back here are gonna make ranged attacks with their bows. 1 on Gabriel.
Okay.
15. I'm guessing that's
No, that will not hit. Now that I'm armored.
And 1 on, well, it's 7, so it doesn't matter.
Nope.
I believe that's Chris. Eleanor. They missed.
Oh. Oh, good.
Gabriel, it's your turn.
Ooh, my turn. Ooh. I'm gonna run up to these 2 here. Just not Zephyr striking, but I just wanted to just let everyone know I was going fast. I'm going to use a bonus action, kind of as I'm running, drag my sword against the ground, and it sparks a little bit and becomes sheathed in this crackling energy as I use Planar Warrior, and I'm going to try and attack.
I now have a token.
Yay! That is a 15.
That hits.
All right. And that'll be 13 points.
It dies.
Okay.
That was the one that got acid splashed, so
okay.
not
So I
doing
just
so well.
run up and just a quick just
slash across that just
You bisect it.
yes.
Falls in
that's the
two
word.
different directions.
Yes.
And there's like a crackle as like the sword, like a greenish crackle as I take my sword across the goblin's body.
Eleanor, you're up.
That was pretty cool, but watch this. I'm gonna...
One.
Damn it, we're tied. I'm gonna run up. What do I have? 30 feet. All right. I'm gonna run up, and I'm gonna think about raging, and I'm gonna say, I don't need you. I'll fine. And I'm going to take my attacks. And I'm blessed.
Go for it.
Oh, that's a 1. Shit.
That misses.
I'll use my bonus action to attack with my offhand axe.
Go for it.
That's better. That's 26.
That hits.
Yeah.
Welcome, Raiders. Thank you so much, Indigo
9
Chameleon.
damage.
Hello. 9 damage. You just smashed its head in like a watermelon.
3. That's my turn.
Lilavati. Lilavati.
Lava tea.
One day we'll get it.
One day, someday.
I will. Gee. Oh, gee.
Oh,
Where
jeez.
is everybody now? Oh, gee. I'm gonna move in a little bit. I'll just casually, lose track of my mouse. Scoot up here, like in front of is it Eglantine or Eglantine? Eglantine. And see, I have problems with everybody else's names. It's completely fine. Then I am going to check my range. Oh, everybody's in range. It's beautiful. I'm going to grab my lyre at my hip, move it forward, do a little strum across the strings, and cast Bane.
Yes!
We've got both of them. We win.
I love it.
We won the campaign.
All right.
You thought you were born with the buff.
Look, they're the best spells.
They're
Do
Do I have
truly-
to save, or does that just happen?
It's a charisma save, but one of my gobos went missing. Did it die as I was
It
walking
died.
down?
It died.
All right, I'll just hit these
It
two
died
that are
of
in
fear.
front then.
To see
Yes.
you coming.
Well, that was
That's
a 6.
fair. Okay, that's a fail.
That was a 15.
Let me see, that might be a pass. A Passarino. That one will pass. So for the one that failed, anytime you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you have to roll a d4 and subtract it from the number you rolled.
All right. Were you casting it on all 4 of them?
I can do it on up to 3 creatures within 30 feet, so I just hit those 2 since the other one died rudely as I was approaching.
Eglantine, you're up.
Oh goodness.
My
Okay,
sniffles, I'm so sorry.
let's see. Okay. I'm going to bonus action. Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? First session, I'll do it. I'm gonna bonus action spiritual weapon.
Nice.
And I'm gonna plop it right near the ones in the back. I don't know if I can like make a token for it or not.
I don't know. Hold on, please.
But
can
I'm
just-
gonna
This little Bryn shall be your spiritual weapon.
whatever works. Sure, Bryn is my spiritual weapon. I actually, it kind of makes sense. I'm a nerd, so I know
What I have.
my spiritual weapon just manifests as Bryn. It's canon now. Actually, no, the spiritual weapon looks. I was gonna do something else, but now I'm just gonna make it a giant glowing book, and it's just gonna whack at him.
I love it.
So let's see. That is a spell attack. That's going to be. Ooh, that's a 19 on the die.
That hits.
I assume that hits the little gobbo.
Sure does.
And it's just gonna be a 6 radiant, right? No, force damage. Sorry, 6 force damage.
Best damage.
You hear this hideous crack as its ribcage caves in a little bit.
Yeah. And
Still up, but barely.
sweet. All right, and that was my bonus action. So main action, I'm just gonna toll the dead on the one closest to me. It's gonna be a wisdom save.
All right.
See, 14.
That is an 18.
Ah, so it makes it. All right, but that's my turn.
All right. Giles, you're up.
I think I'm gonna go for another Acid Splash on the one that's in the back, right beside
Okay.
each other. They both have to make saves.
Do you want to go for the one that Eglantine just bashed?
It should go for both of them, shouldn't it?
Oh, yes, it should.
Thank you.
What is this dexterity save?
Yeah,
17,
that does do it.
14.
14, I have to check on. I'm pretty sure it does because I think it's a 13. It is a 13, yeah, so they both save.
Woo! Is that your turn?
Yep.
The goblins are up. The ones at the back are going to make short bow attacks. One against Gabriel. 19 plus 4.
Yep, that'll do it. With the
Okay.
Bane?
That one does not have Bane on it.
Ah, shit. Thought I tried.
Worth a shot.
Can it have Bane?
Does 8 points of piercing damage.
Oh! Woo.
The other one is going to try and shoot Bellinor.
Yeah,
But
Gabe's
the-
got 2 arrows. Like, Gabe's got
Well-
an arrow sticking in him now.
12 misses.
Yeah, I figured then this guy's going to run up, try and stab you
There's an arrow in Gabe's
for
shoulder.
a
Fuck.
15.
Yeah, that'll miss. So I'm gonna throw my shield up as it tries to attack, and I'm just gonna push it back.
And this one's going to try and attack Bellinor.
Is this the one with Bane?
Yes, this is the one that's Bane.
yes, it's not Bane.
The 19.
Ah, damn, yeah.
Minus the D4?
Yep.
Fuck.
The 19 plus 4, and then I rolled a
Dude.
4 on my D4.
Damn goblins.
Dude, this goblins are Danny Otterman, I swear.
no.
That's 6 points of piercing damage. You're not raging, so it's not half.
I am not.
Get angry, Bellinor, get angry!
I can't.
No!
Good news though, Gabriel. Time for vengeance.
Vengeance will be mine. Once again, thank you, Raiders from Gabriel Moonshadow. I'm going to turn towards the goblin in front of Bellinor, and I'm going to end its sad goblin-y career. And I'm gonna take my hand and grab the sword, and I'm gonna drag it across the sword, causing it to like flare up in that crackling greenish ethereal energy again. And then I'm going to attack.
All right.
That's like an 18 plus, yo.
Yeah, that it dies. It's dead. It only had
Alright.
1 hit point left.
Oh shit! So I'm just gonna spin her. I'm gonna crack it across the face with my shield to stun it, and then I'm just gonna chopping it from the shoulder down with the sword, and it just sparks with that crackling energy as it deals force damage. That's a lot of words at once. So sorry. And then I'm gonna circle around this goblin, and then that'll be my turn.
All right. Bellinor.
I am going to look down at where my blood is kind of trickling out and be like, all right, fine, I need you. And I'm going to rage. My tattoos kind of flare up again into my eyes, and I will run up and attack the goblin on Gabriel.
Go for it.
Oh, by the way,
Moraine appears
as he
in the
runs
room.
up from behind the goblin, I go 2.
Damn it. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's 18 plus 3 plus 4.
That hits.
Yeah. All right. Big damage. Big damage.
It has 1 hit point.
Yes.
You're good.
I will just kick it over lightly towards Gabriel.
Just
Oh, we're gonna do
collapses.
like a team up kill. Oh,
Yeah.
let's
It's
do
dead. It's very dead.
Do it anyways.
it. But we want to do an anime team up kill, yo.
Just slice the corpse as it comes at you. It's fine.
Lilavati, you're up.
Lilavati is going to I think maybe those little guys in the front weren't the threat after all. And just from her place safely back here, that one in front of Eleanor is dead, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I will delete it from the map.
Delete it post haste. She is going to just say a string of things in elven that sounds really beautiful but dirty at the same time. And she's going to cast Vicious Mockery on the one that successfully shot an arrow into her buddy Gabe.
Okay.
What did you say in Elven? Because I can understand you.
Me too, me too.
Me too.
You're going to be actually make up. Let's just say it's like a dirty limerick, and let's not make me think of something right now.
You
Okay.
hear Eglantine giggling from the back of the room.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
You got a 14.
Wait, is that my number? Is that my magic number? Son of a, it is. Nothing happens. This goblin is unfazed.
It doesn't speak Elven. It's like,
I thought that was funny.
It was more effective on my party. Now I've distracted them.
We're all busy laughing now.
Yep. I will
Gabriel stifles a chuckle.
I will scoot behind the treasure pile, and that will be my turn.
Look at you
okay.
pooping around.
The treasure?
Eglantine, you're up.
Oh yeah, spiritual weapon will throw the book at the goblin again. That's going to be 19 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
Yeah. But it's only 3 force damage.
No.
But I'm gonna toll the dead the same one, so that'll be a wisdom save.
Sorry about that. Our landline rang. That's a natural 20.
Ah, but
Oh.
Eglantine just free action pouts for the rest of her turn.
Hello, God. Yes, this is Goblin. I really need your help right now.
Oh god, yes, this is Goblin. I want that shirt. Yes, this is Goblin.
Giles, you're up.
How do you guys do the distance measuring thing?
I'll show you when I do the roll 20.
Okay.
The fourth down.
You're 35 feet out.
It's the
So I
fourth,
can't quite
yeah.
reach it.
Here, I'll do it.
So I may have to actually burn a spell slot here to kill both of them because I'm
You can
feeling a bit
move.
inadequate after my
Yeah,
last.
you
Do
could
it!
You can
Kill
move a couple
them.
feet closer. It'll
So-
just be like 1 or 2 squares.
Gives
Yeah.
Bellinor
So I'm
less
gonna
to
move
kill.
up to them, and I'm going to use. I'm gonna move, I guess, here, and I'm going to use my bonus action dash to do so because rogue stuff, and then I'm going to use Burning Hands, which should
Ooh.
encompass both of them.
Yep. Do I have to save or do you? Is that a
I,
throw?
I'm pretty
That's
sure
a
that's a
save.
dexterity
I believe
saving
it's
throw.
yeah.
Dex save. It is.
Well, that's a 10. And that's 14.
A 14. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's gonna do it.
Sick.
So I believe you still take half as much damage on a successful save.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Mhm.
So the one that failed takes 7 damage, and the one that succeeded, I believe, takes 3 or 4.
You just immolated this goblin. Went up in a pillar of flames. And when it caught fire, the flames turned sort of bluish. Like when you burn driftwood that's still salty.
So they have salt blood. Oh, but do they take 3 or 4? Just for my own edification for the
3
future.
round down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goblin's turn. There's one left. He's gonna run up and try and claw Gabriel in the face because he's unhappy.
Does my spiritual weapon get an attack of opportunity?
Does spiritual
I
weapon?
don't know.
It's
I
still
usually
within the 5-foot range.
Oh, it is still. I
Oh,
thought.
that's Giles that Goblin's attacking then.
yes,
suck
it
it,
is.
Giles.
That is Giles. It's only a 14 to hit.
No, my armor class is a 15.
Okay. Then it's Gabriel's turn.
Oh, it's go time.
No.
I'm gonna circle around Giles, and I'm gonna do my thing where I wreath the sword in magic energy again. And ooh, yeah, that's a 19 plus.
No.
Yeah, you hit it.
No. Oh, that's some big damage too, Bellinor. Big damage. 17 points of damage.
You put your
Oh.
sword right through the base of its spine and you just sever its spinal cord.
And I turn around to Bellinor. That's 3.
This is stupid. I want to go home.
Okay, that was the last goblin. We are out of combat. If anyone's curious, if this was a video game, y'all just hit a save point.
Oh,
All right, time to go
Save
die real
point.
quick.
I will go up and give Gabriel some knucks.
I'll return Bellinor's knucks. I've got an arrow sticking out of my shoulder at this point. Just, you're tough. I like that.
You're okay, and I'll break the arrow.
Fucker.
Is everybody okay? Totally
Perfectly
ignoring
good.
the arrows sticking out of Gabe.
I'm just perfectly good.
I'm
Ah,
fine.
you're fine. Walk it off.
I am fine.
Would anyone like to do anything in this room while you're here?
Yeah, I'd just like to quickly summon back my eye. I miss it. Yep.
I miss it.
I heard there were books in the
Hey.
treasure pile. I want to look at them.
Okay, you can roll an investigation check to search the pile.
I'm gonna dump my healing
Ooh.
hands into myself. Just so I can
Alright.
get some health back.
It's a 25 investigation.
All right. Okay. You find several things of use in this pile. There's a handful of gold coins, maybe up 30 in total.
Nice.
but- You stumble across 4 vials of like a reddish liquid, probably a healing potion.
Ooh.
You find a tiny, tiny little vial of something bright green and bubbling. Maybe acid? Hard to say. There are a handful of rugs and tapestries in there that might be worth something, but they look kind of difficult to carry. And you find 2 battered leather-bound tomes that look interesting. One seems to be a book of legends, and the other is some kind of study of fey creatures. And you find a small diamond.
Eyeing that book on fey creatures.
Maybe valuable. It's pretty small, but it's worth getting appraised. And an empty-looking glass sphere.
Empty glass sphere.
hmm
Okay.
And just as you're about to turn away, in the corner you find, half crushed under a fallen bookshelf, a discarded letter.
Ooh. I would like to take a look at that.
It reads, "To my dearest cousin, fear not, I have faith in Our Lady and our plans. All is going according to schedule. Gather your troops and your strength. The time for small-scale schemes will soon be behind us. I still seek the chart, but I have an idea now of where to find it. The library has proven most useful. AS has been troublesome. I do not think she will help us, to her own detriment. But Miss Elsewhere was kind enough to leave a handful of notes behind that I have been able to decipher. See what you can find about Carleon. I suspect she may be the last surviving descendant, and thus key to solving our problem. With the blessing of Our Lady, our plan will move apace. The tipping point of destiny will soon be at hand. Rejoice, for the seas are stirring and the world will change forever. With great optimism, your cousin, E." Enclosed within the letter is a small glass sphere the size of a marble. Within, gray clouds swirl and spark. You recognize it instantly as a storm bead.
Storm bead. Ooh. And this is the same glass sphere that I already found, or
No,
is
this
a
is
different
different.
one?
That
Okay.
one looks empty.
Ooh. Eglantine gets like really excited when she finds this little thing.
I
I'm
take the letter from her and look at it. Just don't even ask. Just walk
I
up.
don't even care. Like once I finish reading the letter and I find the sphere, I'm just like checking out the storm bead now. Like that's all she cares about. And the books. I've got like the books and the bead, and I'm like, whatever, take the letter.
I take out my note that told me to come here, and I compare the handwriting.
It is different.
It is different. Okay. But they both have the tipping point of destiny thing in them,
Yes.
which is why I checked.
I love it.
Are we-
I want to throw out there that if you missed some of that letter and want to see it, it is in the Elsewhere handouts in our Discord,
Ooh, so you
Yeah.
can
Link
come
to
and
which
see
is
it.
in our chat.
Jinx, Alex.
I know.
They're
It's
Okay.
like the rivalries bleeding over.
everywhere.
Does anyone else want to do something before we call it for tonight?
No, I'm good.
I am happy.
Eglantine
Yeah,
is
then good.
very happy.
Awesome. All right. We can't do the next scene because it will take too long, and then we'll be here for a very long time.
Paul and a Chris, huh?
So we will start our next session with the next room of the cavern.
Oh, I'm so fucked. I'm
Yay.
at like 14 hit points.
Oh, we have to wait a
Whoa,
month.
you're squishy.
No,
Mm,
I'm not
mean-
squishy. I just got hit a bunch.
You're also level 3, so just like
Dean will actually heal Gabe if she feels like it later. It's
I got my own cure
Of
wounds.
course.
I'm an absolute monster.
Alrighty. So shall we like go around really quick and talk about what
Uh,
we will do and channel things coming up?
yeah.
Who
I
wants
guess
to
we can-
start?
We can start with Sam and go around.
Sure. Hey everyone, I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at the Sam Wisest. I'm samwise_GameG here on Twitch. Mostly you can see me streaming here at the Chromatic Chimera. I'm also in Agora's Bells, which will be tomorrow night, as well as Steam Spell, which will be next Wednesday. You can also see me, which day and number is it? On the 21st, wait, no, the 14th, next week, next Tuesday, I'm going to be in our first session of The Excellence. I will be playing Pastry Princess in a ridiculously adorable sort of Adventure Time-esque setting game. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can also see me over on Heroes Without Limits. I am one of the co-producers there, and starting next month, I'm going to be DMing a new Dark Crystal-themed game called The Tales of Thra. So come check that out. I'm really fucking excited about that. And I think right now that's all I got going on right now. Mm.
You're too good at that.
As someone who hasn't seen Dark Crystal since I was very small, I did not realize you were making a reference, and I thought you all just got real weird for a second.
Oh, it's always weird here.
We're always weird.
All right, who's next?
You.
Alex, you're below me. Yeah.
Oh shit, it's me. I'm so used to going last. All right. Anyway, hi, I'm Alex. I'm kind of like one of the head honchos here. Why, Chris?
I just love how you phrased it.
I don't know how else to word it. I've been referred to as the unofficial CEO of the channel. I don't know. That's what-
Founder? You could just say you're a founder.
founder. Okay, there we go.
Flounder.
Founder. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. Puddins. That's probably how you found me here. I do a lot of talking about RPGs and screaming about why I love and hate 5th edition at the same time. So I am the DM of Steam Spell. That will be coming back on the 15th. You can find me also on Agora's Bells. I play Cane Jacks. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time we played tonight. So that's always a good time. And we've got a Table Talkies, a show where the wonderful Abby, who made the layout and the animations for tonight, she's going to be interviewing Craig Campbell of Nerdburger Games. So you should really check that out. It's really fun to be able to talk to, get to see Abby talk to these creators, ask them like what's up with that. And then finally, thank you so much, Indigo Chameleon, for the raid. Heart you.
Hi, my name is Megan. Like Alex, I am also kind of a big deal, but I won't go on with my titles because that would be rude. I don't need to rub it in y'all's faces.
Oh, snap.
You can find me here. This is one of my new homes. And then also every other week, also here, the Steam Spell game, I believe they call it. The Steam Spell that, yes, Alex runs. He is the CEO of Steam Spell.
I am the god of Steam Spell.
As he
if we wanna
flexes
throw
in the
around
background.
titles.
But yeah, long story short, this is where I hang out. I like playing here. All the people are great. Come hang out with us and me and have a fantastic time. It's good stuff.
There's a little Rosalind at the end there.
It's good stuff. Just come hang out with us. We have a great party.
it was so jarring not to hear Megan talk like Rosalind
Yeah,
tonight.
it was really weird, not gonna lie. My immersion.
You're up.
Harry.
Oh,
hi.
sorry. I was trying to unmute my microphone. It was being weird. Okay, I'm Harry. I actually don't have a Twitter, and this is really my first intro into anything. I am an internet nothing. I do have some small internet things in the works, but those won't be coming out for a while.
By the way, he does have a Twitter. He's lying to you all. He just never says it.
yes.
Hey, me neither.
Yeah, I'm kind of the newbie here, and brother of our dungeon master Lucy Marshall. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Good first stream, Harry.
Yeah.
Well done.
Mazel
Well done,
tov.
Harry.
Thank you for
Thank you.
allowing yourself to be dragonized.
Yes. Thank you for allowing me to be mean to you.
Giles will have his day.
He will. He sure will. Chris?
I am Chris. I DM Agora's Bells, which is tomorrow. I'm super pumped for that. We're gonna kind of steer things in a new direction, see what's going on. No spoilers, of course, so you'll have to come by tomorrow.
Bring Keith back.
Yep, that's on the dock.
He's
See what
2020.
I did, Doc? Yeah.
Hey, Chris, what's your fancy title?
CFO, I'll have you know. I do
Financial daddy.
I do a ton of work behind the scenes. Just kidding, that's a meme. But anyways, you can follow me at Touch of Tiefling on Twitter. I don't really tweet much, but maybe someday I'll have a banger Twitter or banger tweet. So make sure you're there. Lucy, great job tonight. That was fantastic. So
Thank
congrats
you.
on
Yes,
your first
thank
DM
you.
stream here.
Yay, Lucy!
I'm Lucy. Obviously, I'm the DM of Elsewhere. We'll be here on the first Tuesday of every month at 7 Eastern Time. I am part of Agora's Bells and Steam Spell as Renan Winlielo and Cat Steele, respectively. I have a podcast. The first 2 episodes are out. It is called Odyssey Research and Exploration. It can be found on basically anywhere you get your podcasts. My Twitter is Bluebird Draws. And a huge shout out to Abby for our awesome overlay and background stuff. It's incredible. She does amazing work.
These look so freaking awesome, Abby.
It looks so good.
So
Thank
good.
you so much.
I really love this overlay. It's beautiful.
It's so
amazing.
pretty. It just screams like epic fantasy to me.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so perfect.
With the
I love it so
rose
much.
and like stained glass, it gives me such Beauty and the Beast vibes.
That's what I was
Like,
thinking.
Right? I love it.
Yes. Thank you so much, Lucy. It was fun.
Yes. It was
Thank
so
you,
nice to
Thank you for
play with
letting me do
everyone.
this.
Thank you, every players. You're amazing, and I love you. And you let me be mean to your characters.
That's all Alex wants.
And thank
And
you
big
for all
thank
of
you
the
to
bits
everyone who
today.
joined us.
Yes, thank you for the bits. Thank you for the raids. All right,
You're all
well,
wonderful.
so we're gonna do our own raid here. We're gonna go raid Ravens Guild because they're wonderful and they play some great games there. So until tomorrow.
Hooray. Yes, tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m.
Same-
Eastern. Agora's
Same chromatic
Bells.
time, same chimera channel.
Hey, all right, see ya.
All right, bye
See ya.
forever.